Now, just listen. You're gonna love it. Hang on.
This?
It's a training video for McDonald's back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep, make it fun. Clean it.
It's really not wait a minute,
I
wait a
love
minute.
this.
So do you have this is how bad McDonald's employees are at the time. They're just like, you gotta get a video to show them to clean things.
Gotta clean it, and if you don't put Michael Jackson in it, nobody's gonna do it. Are you completely not in touch with the youths of today? If Michael Jackson does it, they do it. Make a parody
Pull
song.
up your sleeves and clean it. That's how bad kids are.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Stupid.
That's how bad. I don't think anything's changed too much.
No.
Just the music. Now it's Billie Eilish.
Yeah, Billie Eilish. I'm the clean guy.
Yeah, right.
Scrub.
Let's continue on. Aw. You need to watch it with me. I forgot we can watch videos together. Let me send this over.
Send it. I don't know where you're going to send it to.
Why? Oh, you don't have a computer?
Well, I do. I just haven't set it up yet.
It's hot in here.
It is.
By the way, we're live in the studio today.
We're supposed to be in separate studios.
Can't do it.
It's broken.
Does this sound weird? Does audio sound weird in your...
Yeah, it does. Hearing yourself talk?
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost don't like it.
I didn't realize how sexy my voice was. That's the way I was thinking it. No, I don't. Like, I can hear...
I hear everything.
Better quality,
Yeah.
I guess.
But I'm not going to lie. Missing that $20 mic right now.
I'm not missing my setup. I'm not missing my basement setup. I'm not missing the comforters around me. I'm not missing being surrounded by spiders, all licking their lips when they look at me because I'm killing their friends.
Yeah.
I don't miss the chair. I had a ton of back problems at that age. Now I'm carrying mulch around.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, the next day I'm just like, my back is ruined. Because part of me thinks when I'm getting older, it's just not going to happen to me. It's weird to think. Like, I feel like I'm not going to slow down. That's not going to be me. I'm going to be able to carry mulch and 20-pound bags of soil for my entire life.
The rest of my life.
It's happening, though. Do you want me to send this now?
Yeah, just let me, I got to pull up my email.
Which email?
My work email.
Funky fan Madonna 12 email?
No, not that one. That one's dead, man.
All right, hold on.
I'm out of that email.
You are?
Yeah.
I'm excited to send this to you.
Do you have,
I just sent it to your email.
Okay.
I don't know what email.
I got to try to remember my password.
Nothing has changed. If you were coming back and you're like, oh, man.
Oh, God, two-step verification.
You know, all it is there to protect us, and we get so mad.
No, people can hack my work email. The only thing it is messages from Steve Balon telling me that the weather is going to be seasonable today,
Yeah,
which
that's
good
true.
job, Steve. Or you signing me up for things that I didn't want.
I don't want them either.
Well, why did you?
Well,
I told Dave
want 'em
about
either.
that. I was talking to Dave about how you have signed me up for things using my email. He's like, does he know he can use fake email?
Easier because I know your email.
Why did you even just make
Tanner
one
at
up?
WCINet.com because then
I don't want that out there either.
Listen, if anybody needs to get around an email, just use Tanner's at WCINet.com. Just sign them up for some things.
And it's offensive, the things that you sign me up for. It's all weight loss stuff.
It's not. I'm going out of the way to do that. I just know I don't want the spam. Like, I want to see the video.
Why did you sign up for it then?
Because I want to see the video of, like, this dude telling you what to eat or trying to get healthy or working out or insert whatever video you want to see. And then, but it's like, I don't want all this crap coming to my email.
Just make up an email.
And then I would go back.
Just do fake email at gmail.com.
It's so annoying if I do that. I don't want a virus. Oh, you got it up.
I got it up.
We're going to watch this together.
I think you can flip that around and everybody can watch it if they text TV to 71090. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
I'm just learning.
Oh, yeah, you got to hit...
By the way, we're on YouTube again.
God, our camera setup at home was better.
Hey, it really was. Hey, really quick.
Yeah.
Now, I forget that we're on this YouTube. We're worldwide stars right now.
Yeah.
Do we look fatter? And be completely honest, because I
100% know I do.
I have gained some weight.
I'm the heaviest that I've ever been right now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No. But I remember
like
KTI,
15 pounds.
KTI days.
No, I'm
looked
heavier
like somebody
than that
ate
than
you.
15.
It looked like Tanner ate you yourself.
Like Tanner ate Tanner. No, I'm 15 pounds heavier than KTI.
No, you're not.
I am. I have a scale at my house.
Well, for some reason,
it's the pube
you look
beard.
good. You look thick and good.
Yeah, thick.
It's the beard. You're really growing it out. Oh, you're taking it off?
I'm taking it off
What's
today.
your problem?
Because
I am so sick of you growing your hair, shaving it, and then growing it. I'm on a roller coaster with you.
This is 10 weeks of growth.
You got to let it go, man.
No. The thing said, because I remember you telling me, you're like, keep going. You got to get past that 4-week mark. And I was like, Jake, I'm on week 9. I'm past it. My face isn't capable of growing.
Do you get a little?
Do
you get a little pissed? Because I do at my dad. Like
I'd never met him.
No, like your dad. Like, why can't you give me beard DNA?
Yeah.
What is your problem?
He used to be able to say, like, I wasn't able to start growing facial hair until 25. But now that I'm almost 30, it's like, you know what, Dad, I just don't think it's going to happen for me.
I feel bad too. I feel like I'm even saying that. I'll grow into this.
Yeah, I'll get it.
Now all that's happening is, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm getting, this quarantine, I've noticed that I'm even more gray.
Salt and peppery?
Well,
dude, I wish I had salt and pepper beard.
You will. You'll get there, but it's happening. And then this part just grows a little faster than all the rest, right under my chin. Yeah. So I look like an awesome magician. If I let it go for like a week. I'm
shaving it off today.
You're stupid.
Not all of it. I'm just going to trim it down again. So, but here's the thing. You know what's funny is I could make 2 piles in my bathroom, and I might do this, and I might take a picture of it and put it on our Facebook tonight. Upstairs and downstairs hair. And then you guys have to vote on which one it is. Is that Tanner's upstairs hair or downstairs hair? And I bet you it'll be a 50-50, and you won't be able to tell.
I will take that bet.
You think that you would be able to tell between my upstairs hair and my downstairs hair?
I've seen both. And you have a different shade downstairs.
No way. I mean, maybe.
It just doesn't get as much sun. Or it gets more sun. I don't know which one it is. It gets a lot of
sun. I live in a nudist colony. Well, I'm starting a nudist colony.
You're the only one signed up for this right now.
Listen, if a neighborhood's going to become a nude neighborhood, somebody has to be the first one to hang brain.
Dude, we're going to buy that bar up in your place. Why are we not buying that?
I've been trying to get everybody on board with this.
I just saw Dave's wife, Sheila, just posted or something, and I'm like, that's amazingly priced.
I know.
Will we lose our ass? Probably. For sure. But how fun for those first 10 weeks.
Yeah. Here, I'll tell you this right now.
I'd have to move.
Bathrooms need to be redone.
Are they like any kind of bookstore bathrooms? They're just nasty.
No, well, yes, and tiny. I mean, they're not made for fat people, let alone wheelchairs. Like it is.
Grandfathered in. Or we just don't. What if we just don't allow wheelies? We won't allow wheelchair.
Did you just make up a new slang term and call them wheelies?
No, I did not.
I mean, I'm okay with it. It's fine. It's a term of endearment. I don't know. I'm not going to get on board with that.
No, I'm not either because I did not do that. I had marble mouth there.
I need to know the code if what the capacity has to be to only have one bathroom. Because if we rip down...
No, I think you can get grandfathered in. I really think.
No, not if you rebuy it.
Well,
we're not grandfathered in.
I really think you can because I'm not going to... I'm buying as is. I'm not remodeling.
Okay, then you just bought a building. You didn't buy a business.
I think we could. I don't think that you know how grandfathering works.
Grandfathering in means that you did it.
Grandfathering in definition.
That's why they didn't have to change it for the longest time. But if
provision in which an old rule continues to apply to some existing situation, while a new rule will apply to all future cases.
Yes, like us futurely buying the bar.
Bathrooms.
That doesn't say that.
Well, you're not over here reading it. Now I'm Xing out, so you can't.
Oh, fine. No, because if we can get away, if we can get away with selling or only having the one bathroom and having it a boy-girl bathroom or all-gender bathroom,
well, we would be. It's 2020.
It's pretty progressive. You'd even allow your wheelchair people in there.
It's not mine.
It's not. It's also.
It's
here's
everybody's.
The thing.
People.
This is what I said. Right away when I was talking about this, my dad was like, you're going to have to redo the bathrooms. I was like, why? There's no ramps up into the bar.
Oh. You can get a...
No, there's none. There's no ramps into the bar.
So what are you trying to tell me?
What I'm saying is, why am I fixing a problem that obviously could never happen?
Yeah, but you're not you're telling me that you're going to have to put some kind of ramps or a lift chair or something.
I'm saying that the bathrooms need to be handy capable, but
stairs don't like to get into that.
I don't know. Nobody's saying that there needs to be a ramp.
Who's nuts? What you been looking into?
I've been looking into this.
Talking to?
I've been talking to every bank that I know, asking if they'll give me this loan. They all laugh at my face. They look at me and they say, "Get out of here, Puby. You're never gonna own a bar." Honestly, if I buy that bar, I'm calling it Pubes. Where you going, Pubes? Heard the food's good. Yeah,
Pubes. Pubes always have good food.
What do they got? What's the special today? Fur burgers.
Face full of food at Pubes.
Yeah.
I like it.
With a side of curlies. And we only have curly fries. Oh, yes. Listen, McDonald's had to start with one location.
Oh, dude. Ain't no other place but Colt, Michigan have a bar named Pubes.
It's a good name for a bar.
I'm not saying it's not.
Special on crabs this weekend. We can have king crab.
You could have a ton of fun with that.
Yes.
I see it.
Okay, so I'm buying a bar. I'm naming it Pubes. Jake, do you want to get in on this?
Yeah, I said I wanted in on this.
I need most of the money.
Okay. Oh, that will be a problem because I just spent it all on mulch. You don't need to say the F word.
More mulch?
Yeah, it's all I've been spending it on. So I'm gonna have to rebag the mulch and take it back to Home Depot and get my $2.97 back because I've spent like $5,000 on bags there.
Oh my god,
it's gonna be a process.
Do you want to get jealous?
Yeah, I do.
How old or how big are your arborvitaes?
Shut up. Are
they all dead?
No.
Oh.
Oh my god.
I didn't know.
Some of them. That is my biggest. I said, if they die, I'm just planting pine trees that are already like 6 feet tall.
My grandma bought like 4 foot high arborvitaes and planted them all up and down her yard.
See, that's what I got. Well, I had 45 of them. That's the problem.
How much are 4 foot arborvitaes?
More than what my 2-inch ones were.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be an old man when these work. Yeah. Do you know what I did one time? Let me tell you.
Yeah, the smoking neighbors moved out already.
I've been stealing a lot from that house. Shh, don't tell.
What do you mean?
Just rocks and stuff. Like
rocks?
Yeah, like there was this big pretty rock and I rolled it over.
What do you mean a big pretty rock?
Well, for the mulch, man, for our little yeah, I'm getting into some landscaping now. That's my thing. Well, it's Angie's thing, which has become my thing.
Yeah, that's how that happens.
Let me tell you what I did. Speaking of rebagging mulch,
okay,
I never did that, but one time I went to Lowe's when I was in Green Bay, and I filled that F-150, the back of it, with patio bricks, stones.
Oh my god!
I filled just a ton of them because I was going to put a patio out in the yard and put a
fire pit.
Like a fire pit, but actually it was the what do you call those? The cover you from the rain, whatever the hell.
Gazebo.
It was like it was going to be a very cheap looking, white, trashy, poor gazebo.
Hell yeah.
But we wanted something for our yard. I don't know nice. What it was. Yeah. Maybe I was bored. So I took all those and I put them all into that truck.
Okay.
Drove home.
Yep.
backed up into the driveway, took them all out and put them into the garage.
Yeah.
Went out and looked at this, and it was like, I think we ended up paying like $500-$600 for like
All the
total
bricks?
cost.
Oh,
Yeah, it was
for
like
sure.
bricks, and I said, I had a really guilty feeling because we weren't making any money, and I at one point go, is this just going to look really cheesy out there too?
Was
Because
this
our yard
Green
was
Bay?
really small,
Yeah.
and so the next morning I reloaded those back into the truck, took them to Lowe's, and unloaded them again. So literally, what a waste of time.
Well,
and
you got to work out.
Physical work. Oh, it was awful.
It was a decent
Stack,
workout.
Unstack, stack, unstack.
See, that is why we bought a bunch of bricks to build a fire pit.
Sure.
And we did the whole, bricks or whatever. And Kayla was like, why don't you go get them now and then we'll do it this weekend. I was like, nope. I will buy them when you're ready to do the fire pit.
Because otherwise they're just sitting there.
Because then they go from back of truck to in the fire pit, like making the fire pit.
No, I get that. Oh, I see what you're saying. There's not double stacking here. It's not shoveling dirt twice.
Yeah.
You are a smart man. You should get into my landscaping business.
You have a landscaping business?
I will landscape pubes. I'm going to...
a whole business of puby business.
Yeah. Let me take care of all the...
You take care of the bushes.
I'll take care of all the bushes out front of pubes, and then...
Yeah.
Somebody said Steve Balon would eat at pubes.
Yeah, he would.
I don't know why that is the thing. We like Steve Balon. Well, I'm not saying eating at pubes is bad.
Yeah, what are you talking about? Pubes has great food.
Don't let me on social media. Apparently, I'm not good at it. I've already talked bad about pubes.
Who did you... Yeah, stop talking bad about pubes.
All right.
It's our business.
Let's...
Slanders.
Wow. We got to get rid of this whole segment. It's just so...
What's wrong with it?
I'm just... It's so...
Why are you joking?
I don't know. I feel like you're wrapped up in this podcast world, and I feel like my lips are a little too
loose.
Yeah.
Almost curse a few times.
Let's play this awesome song that I put in here. And then we'll come right back and finish this McDonald's Clean It training video.
That's how this started?
That's how this started, yeah. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Which way do you want me to go?
That way.
Which way?
My left, your right. Oh, no, the camera. Not the screen, the whole camera.
Boy, I kind of like this.
Just a little bit of my face.
You just look like you're just creeping on someone. Like you're just staring them out of the closet.
Oh, yeah, like that one guy that said, do you know who I am?
Oh, my God, that guy was so flipping weird. I'm going to tell you, he is not helping our business out at all.
No, he knew who he was.
Okay, so right here, but
and then just push the camera over.
Just
push it over. Okay, perfect.
It's not even moving.
No. It's for the lighting.
Oh, all right.
Lighting's a little better. You're so washed out.
I like it. I like looking like a vampire. You can text whatever to, what is it? YouTube? You can text YouTube?
No, TV.
Oh, yeah. Text TV to 71090. You can watch us live in the studio and see if we gotten fatter.
We
since
did.
This whole, we're calling it the COVID-19 that we gained, like the college, the freshman 15.
I put on the COVID 30.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. Man, let's just jump right into this.
Okay.
I know. We'll get to the training video soon.
That'll stay up there for the rest of the day.
Probably. I was in such a great mood yesterday. It has been the first time, Tanner, in a long time that I've been jacked up for radio. I got
last night.
Last night, well, in the morning, really. I'm a morning person.
Yeah.
And I was excited about the career. Now, you know how I usually will come in. I don't know if you get like this. More me, I'm more voicing this, but I'll come in and I'll say that our career is like one step above a carny at a fair that DJs one of the rides.
Oh, yeah, bumper cars?
Carny? Yeah, you know what I mean? Or a wedding DJ. I feel bad, but for real.
Factual. Holy cow.
Or one of those school dances for the kids. Oh, Lord, that's
man, looking at me.
I don't want to do that career.
No, but looking at me on this camera.
Yeah.
My God, have I put it on.
Dude, why don't you? I got an idea, homie.
What?
Why don't you just move these lights? Or did you break them last time you did that?
The issue is it's not me as much as. Well, dang it.
I need more light.
Why do they always point to you?
Wait, point them over here. I want to see how washed out I get. Let's just see if we can get incredibly washed out on me. All of them should go towards me. And just my face, you can't even see it. Ah! Oh, boy, I like that.
God!
Ah! All right. No, that looks better. I think that looks a little better that light's on you. What is happening? I'm confused why yours is darker.
Because you have a light right above yours.
What?
You have that light right above your camera.
You got that.
Yes. That's why I was having you move it over.
Okay. Well, I can continue moving that over.
God, that sucks. It's so hot. Why is that light so hot? Yeah. Either way, I'm fat.
No, I'm fat. I have gained some. Yeah, but you're bigger. Like, you can gain the weight and you look all right. Me, I gain the weight and it's just like, that guy's, oh boy, did he get fat.
I don't see any difference in you, but I only see a difference in me. It's like I ate you.
Boy, that's my new laugh.
Oh, my God. I wish we could only talk about 90 Day Fiancé right now.
Okay, well, we can. Wait, I want to talk about something really quick that's bothering me.
Okay.
Well, it's not bothering me. It's just from, I was in such a good mood. Now, like I was saying, I come in here and I hate the career normally. Mm-hmm. And it's because of Joe Rogan. Again, Joe, and I'm sorry that we're talking about this again, but hear us out for just a second on this. Actually, I don't care. I'm talking to Tanner here.
Okay.
Joe Rogan he is a podcaster that has been doing it for 11 years.
11 years?
11 years. Wow. He just signed a deal. They said $100 million, but now it's like more like 125 to 150.
Oh, good.
And that's not even anything. That's no endorsements. Okay? By the by, that is Joe Rogan signing his podcast for 3 years. He has all creativity. They're just buying the show. Yeah. That's it.
They're just saying, this is where you post it exclusively. The whole show is exclusively on Spotify.
He can do it. He does it. It's for free.
Yep.
You go to Spotify. You can still listen to it. There's going to be ads just like his show has now.
Yep. he's been doing it for free already.
Could you imagine being in that room?
Posting on. Oh, he's not on Apple Podcast anymore then.
No, he's only Spotify now.
Oh.
But think about that.
It's hard to take out Apple.
Think about that.
I don't think he
can. Right. He's going to be all right. What an amazing thing that has happened, because first think about him being in that room when they go, "Hey, we want this and this and this." And he literally goes, "I don't need you. I already make 30 million. He makes 30 million a year right now off his podcast.
Just on advertising?
Just on advertising. So it's like at the root, he has all control.
Yeah.
I can do my own thing.
Yeah, I don't need you. And he's got like 15. He's still a ring announcer for the MMA.
What an amazing position to be in. And now it's a completely different. It used to be Howard Stern making all the money.
Yeah.
It's different now. Now people that are growing up are not going to be looking at Howard Stern. They're going to be looking at Joe Rogan made the money.
Yeah, Joe
Rogan is the king of all media. Ooh, that's got to hurt. I wouldn't want to say that too loud around Stern.
No, Stern will.
I'd like to hear his thoughts on this.
So he has to have said something.
I said... I always look at this career, and the reason why I think I'm looking at the career like this, I did some soul searching yesterday.
Okay.
I think I was categorizing us with music, radio stations, and DJs. Okay? Instead of categorizing us more in the podcast world.
Yeah.
Because we're doing what I was a little jealous at first, because we are doing what Joe Rogan does.
Pretty much. I mean, he does a lot more interviews.
He has a ton of interviews with some really interesting people. And he made all that money for something that we're kind of trying to do on terrestrial radio.
Yeah.
Okay? And but now I'm looking at it as, and he talks bad about terrestrial radio. Not bad, but he's like, man, it would be scary to be in that business. I don't think he realized, thank God he did this, because I think what he did is bring all the power back to the talent. I'm going to use that loosely with Jake and Tanner, but the personalities. Because back in the day, when we got into radio, when we started, our career started kind of taking off, it was play more music. At first, back in the day, 80s and 90s, the DJ, the only place you got to listen to music was the radio.
Yep.
Okay?
That's where the new music happened.
So you would listen to your DJ in between songs.
Yep.
Now, then all of a sudden, social media, streaming services, all this started coming out where you could get music online and pick any song that you want. Now, radio stations went, we have to compete with more music. Shut up, because those streaming services have no talent.
Yeah.
They don't have personalities.
But the difference is that those streaming services, you pick the song.
That's the big thing. I mean, think about that. Think about going to the store and you got to wait for if you're coming to the radio station for music, I don't know what I don't know why. You got to be a certain age, I think.
Yeah.
I really do, because
at this point you should, if you're coming to the radio, the terrestrial 95.9 or 92.9. Screw you, Joe. We'll talk about 92.9.
Yeah, it's weird that he doesn't want to mention that.
He's like, you say those digits again, I'll hit you. And he does.
Spit on me.
He slashed all four of my tires. Right in the sidewall. Either way. So, if you're coming here for music, then you either have a flip phone or you were in a coma since 2004. Like, what is happening?
Because you're going to just, if you are, that's fine.
But I do radio. How often do you legitimately listen to the radio?
Me and you? Are you asking me?
Yes.
Listen, I will turn on my truck.
Yep.
With my key. Yep. That's my old truck. And I go down to Casey's. And I'll turn on, and if they're not playing one of my songs, I shut off the radio.
Yep. I'd rather drive in silence.
It is. Would you go? How archaic is it to try to? I'm not going to think about this. Think about if Netflix.
You mean regular TV?
No. Yeah. Well, think about Netflix picking the songs. Yeah, I guess that is regular TV.
Regular TV. We've already replaced regular TV with Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hulu.
But you get to pick your content, how you want it, when you want it.
Yes. DVR did it great. now you can watch things on demand, like that 90 Day Fiance. Do you think I'm watching that when it happens? Absolutely not. I watch that on my time. Why? Because it's my time.
The world, the radio as we know it is changing. I'm thinking it's going to happen in 2 months, which I know it won't. It's more years and years down the road. But what I'm saying is it is changing. Nobody is going to come to a radio station for music. You're going to come for it for...
I don't think anybody's coming to music for music now.
Right, but I still think. Well, then what are we doing? You know what I mean? Are we just slowly bleeding to death? Is it the general managers and the corporation and the higher ups in the suits going? They don't know what to do right now because it's changing. And I'm going to be honest, the people that are making the decisions are older.
Yes.
So they only really know radio. The streaming service is a completely new world to them. And us, too.
Yeah.
But I think we're a little bit more apt to change.
Well, we are more content-driven than other things. Like, there are very skilled jocks. In and out. This is very skilled. But there will be a time when that is a skill that is no longer needed.
Oh, it's going to happen quick. It's going to happen
really
quick. Because what are you saying? He's saying those living in between songs and you be funny for 10 seconds and you're real jockey and DJ and it's
because what will happen is eventually what they'll do is you will either have to go all talk format.
You're going to have to,
or you will have to go no talk format. Only music and your radio.
But then that's a problem. That's a problem because now the people are not. You're not. They want to pick your own playlist.
That's what I'm saying. You either go all talk to survive and to gain listeners, or you go no talk so at least you're not spending money on the station.
I would say that Joe Rogan has, since he has done this, I think it's going to open eyes to go, oh. Talent matters. And how do I know that matters? Because Taylor Swift went Spotify exclusive. You could only get her songs on Spotify for that album or whatever.
Yeah,
it didn't do
like
anything. Mm-hmm. Joe Rogan it went up 11. The stock went up 11%.
Yeah.
It went up to $5 billion.
That's insane.
And let me tell you, Generation Zs or whatever generations are younger.
Coming up, yeah.
They're the loneliest generation. So they like hearing podcasts because of social media. They're not talking as much face to face. They like hearing personalities. They like hearing podcasts,
hearing voices.
And these kids are not going to be going to the radio if we don't change this industry. If they do not, and how do they do that? The companies spend money on talent. We have lived in a world where companies have paid so little. And please, if anybody's listening, we're not talking. Thank God we got this show and they're letting us do thank God we're part of Woodward and they're letting us do our show and our thing. We're very grateful on that. But I'm talking about in the past, it has been, we pay you this because anybody can do your job. And we'll pay talent nothing. And the reason being is because music is king.
Yep.
And music will be around. That gets the listeners, which gets the ratings, which gets us revenue. If they don't start investing in talent in all talk formats, if they don't start getting podcasters that are doing well in their basement to come work at the radio station, they're gonna the industry as we know it will be dead.
Yep.
So I'm very happy and very excited that yesterday when I started digging into this more, that Joe Rogan did this. The jealousy kind of went away, and it went, thank God, because I really think he has given personalities
a voice again,
more voice and respect.
Yeah,
and you're not going to get paid so cheaply to do this anymore. These up and coming, you're going to hire really, really great talent because this industry is saturated with people that are not great in it.
Yeah, it is filled with. You can do it, or you can technically do it. Well, here you go. Here's the show. And this guy just proved our point. Guys. I'm 50, and the only reason I tune into 95.9 is for the music, especially the old school jams. I have 3 teenagers at home, and none of them listen to the radio for music or personalities. Thank you for proving our point.
Wait, what was he trying to say? That was he trying
know.
to? Okay, yeah, you are. If you're arguing with us, you just helped us. You helped us. What we're saying. You're in your 50s.
You're in your 50s, and you like it for the music and the old school jam weekend. Which, why are you? Listen. The old school jam weekends are fun. I turn it on in my garage because that's what I get out there. And that is a fun thing to have, where you can hear these songs from the early 2000s and 90s. But also, why don't you just pick an early 2000s, 90s channel on Spotify?
It's really weird to me, and I if you're calling and you request songs, right in my head I go, why?
You can. It's weird. Look at your phone. Ask Siri to request it.
I just told Angie, and
I was do something about it.
Having this conversation. What are you going to wait at 35 minutes for your song? Nobody waits anymore.
Yeah, let me see if I can get that on for you.
I was. Could you imagine if you went in? It's like going into think about. Anyway, I was telling my wife this yesterday that your age group that likes that old school jam weekend.
Yeah.
And you listen to it on the radio. You have to get to when you're in your 70s. You won't be listening to that really on the radio anymore. No. But this old school jam weekend only has a little bit of an era, because once you get older and you're not listening to that radio, the radio's dying with my age group. I think we're kind of the last people to really...
Probably 25 is the youngest that is going to care about radio.
Somebody said, I'm 21 and I listen for the music and your show. You don't, Lo.
But here's the thing. You listen for the music because you grew up listening to this music, and our show is on it.
Could be.
It's something that you like. But otherwise, every single cell phone plan comes with unlimited data now. They got rid of it for a minute, and I thought finally. That's like literally when unlimited data went away, I was like, well, now not everybody can just listen to Pandora or Spotify, because some people aren't going to pay for unlimited, but now everybody has a smartphone.
Right.
All data is unlimited. You can pick your songs. I have a Spotify playlist. I throw songs on there.
I love the fact that Joe did this, Joe Rogan, and personalities. It shows that people want talk radio, something that we're doing. And we, especially at KATI, we got told what you guys are doing is garbage.
Yeah. You don't matter.
Maybe it still is, but at least talk radio is a thing that people want. People want podcasts. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is, back into the beginning of this, I think I don't want to group us anymore. We're just doing podcasts in a different format.
We do live podcasting. That's what this is. We are a live podcast.
Let me play. I'm 22 and I listen just for you guys. They play the same songs over and over and over, and it's annoying. There's a reason why it does that. Here, I want to play, Charlemagne.
I mean, damn, radio stations aren't even designed to be listened to for that long. To be honest, the way that radio stations program their music, especially top 40 like this, it is not designed for you to be listening for more than an hour at a time. It's just not. Otherwise, you complain like that and you say radio is dumb because I hear the same songs over and over and over again. Yeah, you're listening too long. You shouldn't be listening that long.
Yeah, because you have certain songs, they're called powers.
Yep.
And those powers get played
every like 54 minutes or 58 minutes.
Something like that. Yeah. It's programmed to do that.
Because the majority, people are only listening for a few minutes at a time. Like, not everybody drives an hour to work, and what they're finding is if you're driving over an hour to work, you're not really listening to the radio. You pick your content, because 2 hours in the car is a lot of time that you should be bettering yourself, listening to a podcast, maybe learning, doing something.
I'm just saying, podcasts have changed the way we're going to do radio in the future.
Yeah.
And again, if radio stations do not change, if they do not go all talk format, it's going to be bad. And I'm talking every day part. And we're not just talking morning show. Yeah. We're talking afternoon show. There needs to be co-hosts. It needs to be bigger. It needs to be lots of content and less music. And we need to get on this before another radio station does, and they become the ones that do this. Here, let me play this Charlemagne really quick while we're on this topic. Charlemagne is a guy from New York. Okay? They are a well-known, I think they're the Breakfast Club or something like that. They're syndicated. I don't really listen to them. I know the name because we're in the business.
And we saw him at
Morning Show Boot Camp.
And there are some allegations. But either way.
And you know what? I don't mind the guy. I'm only hearing from another person, but the things that he said, like when he was on the Joe Rogan Experience, and Joe Rogan started talking bad about terrestrial radio, the radio we do.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, there's no money in it. And he's like, whoa, there's tons of money. And he's like, there is a lot of people that they're not syndicated, and they just do their show in their town, and they're making lots and lots of money.
Yeah.
He goes, there are a lot of people that are making very good livings. And I like how he defends radio.
Yeah.
I just want to play what he had to say about the Joe Rogan making all that money. And he swears in this because he's on some dude's podcast. Okay? I did my best, though, to beep this out. I can 100% agree. I know exactly what video game he's talking about. I played it, and it's not fun.
No. You want to play as Michael Jordan.
Right. That's how I was explaining that. In the beginning, talent was big, but then when radio stations said the way we got to compete with streaming is to play more music and less talk.
Yep.
Now it went to where the talent became secondary, you and I, and then now it's changing again.
Yep.
Because now people can get their music anywhere, so now the radio stations are going to have to start. And I think he's going to say something really quick about paying. You're going to have to. It's not rocket science. You're going to have to pay people that are good.
Yeah, and that was always the argument when XM happened, because XM people were just like, you can do whatever you want. Basically, XM is live podcasting. There's no real limits. There's music involved, but there's also a lot of talk. But the argument was it's free. Radio's free, so people aren't going to pay for XM. It's too much money. Okay, XM's doing fine on its own, but now every streaming service is free. You could pay to do better things on it.
To just like get rid of the ads or whatever, but yeah, it's free.
But it's free.
It's not hard. Yeah, we've been screaming this.
Yeah.
We have been saying this for so long, and they're catching up now. I believe everything's going to catch up.
Yeah.
Not as fast as we probably want it, but it's going to start catching up where, hopefully, and I'm not just saying, like, what does this do for us? No, I mean, nothing really. We're continuing to do our show, and this company lets us, and a very forward-thinking company, and I love that. I'm just saying for all of our brothers and sisters that are in this business, making junk, making that I made $17,500. Why? Because they told me the pay is the bay here in Traverse City, Michigan.
Yeah.
And why the owner of that place is ridiculously wealthy. Yeah, they're paying me $17,500 because the pay is the bay.
Yeah.
Right? And I could barely do anything with my family to survive, but they were getting I was giving them a ridiculously big show with my nephew who was part of this at that time. I was giving them this big show. Why? Because I am scared to. That's all I know how to do.
Yeah,
and it's fun.
Look at
and they own you. Yeah. They'll just fire you and get somebody else because you were living in a world at that time where music was king.
Yeah, I've heard this a ton of times. That's just what we pay. Mm-hmm. That's what we're going to pay you, and that's just it. There's no negotiation, which is stupid. I look at what we do with bosses and everything. We always promise things. I'm going to give you this, give you this, give you this, give you this. Why? Because we've, been at Milwaukee where if you didn't do that, we were afraid we were going to lose our job constantly. And B, because we love doing this,
right?
And they can take it away and find somebody cheaper to do it.
Yeah, I'm just, I think it'll weed out really bad. I think this is going to weed out really bad
talent?
DJs, talent, personalities.
I hope so.
Because right now you can. Anybody does it for really, really cheap.
Yeah,
I hope it does. They pay junk. Anyway, I'll try not talking about this every single day, but it's just in our forefront because it's just our business and it's changing, and we're a part of this era. You know what sucks though?
Yeah.
Is we're part of the era where radio doesn't really matter. At this time, and then right when it starts changing, we're going to be retiring the show.
I know.
So we're just not going to feel it.
Yeah, we're pretty much just going to be. We're doing this for your kids and our kids. We're doing it.
I mean, weird to think like if Dewey were to get into radio or your daughter or whatever, how different it's going to be.
It's going to be so different. It really is.
Because I'm going to say it again, if radio stations want to be around when our kids are older, they're going to have to invest in the talent. That's just what they're going to do. Not saying this company isn't. We're doing great. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. But I'm just saying other radio stations in general.
Yeah.
Because it's hurtful. I don't want it to, this is our industry and I don't want it to go away.
Yeah. We are not qualified to do anything else. Right. We can't. Man, radio stations die. What do? We start pubes. We open up pubes, but we have to get...
Forgot about that. That's our backup plan.
Yeah, we have to get some capital first.
All right, let's play these commercials, and then from there, we'll figure out how much we're going to be playing for with the take from Jake and Tanner. We do it next. exciting. It's exciting times. It's a neat era that we get to be a part of in the turning of radio.
Yeah.
We get to experience the dying of music on a radio station, really, and we get to experience the personalities becoming what people. I love it. I love the fact that it goes to show that there is a place for talk radio.
Yes.
I remember telling you and telling people, do you know how hard it is to sell our show? Because it's talk. It's talk radio. Yeah. That's what it is. So if we want to go to, thank God this station believed in it and they let us learn and explore and continue learning this company. But it's in a world of music, it's really hard to sell your this type of show. And that's all going to change now.
Yeah.
I think what it's going to do, I'm glad we're where we are because I think the talent now, once this changes, are going to be phenomenal.
Yes. Yeah, I think that talent's going to have to really step up there. It's not going to be... I can't wait. Well, I mean, podcast kind of deals with the same thing that we do.
What are you talking about? What's
like,
that?
You know how we deal with
Talk to me.
crappy DJs? Mm. Or people that say, I used to do that.
Mm-hmm. You're saying that they're filled with that world.
Yeah, podcast does the same thing of, I got a podcast. You should check it out. You should come on my podcast.
Probably.
I do a podcast. It's in my basement. But they're not doing... The thing is, the difference between anybody doing a podcast and decent talent doing a podcast is...
listenership.
Yes, that.
Content.
And content and some sort of structure. You know what I mean?
Well, I know I was having a conversation with you yesterday, and I'm like, maybe we should throw all the radio rules completely out the window.
Yes.
I'm not kidding, because because it's changing. People want more podcasty feels. Mm-hmm. That's what they want. So how can we sound
like a podcast
without sound in radio? Because there are still rules that we need to follow.
Yeah. The teasing's one of them.
Commercials are supposed to be played at certain times.
Yes. Yeah.
Throughout the hour.
Within 15 minutes of when they were scheduled or whatever.
I'm excited. I'm just excited. I like this feeling. That radio's switching a little bit, like changing.
Yeah.
To me, for the better, because I feel like it's kind of going back to the personality, what we got into radio for. And I just like this feeling. I haven't had this feeling in a long time. I've been feeling a very... the last few years since podcasting has taken off, I've been feeling like we've been missing that world.
Yeah.
They're exploding with what we do, and we're dying in this industry. That's the way I was thinking. But now I'm not thinking that. I think what Joe Rogan did is changed through a monkey wrench in how this is going to work, and I think it's just going to be. I think again, if radio stations want to survive, they're going to have to invest in talent. And I'm just saying this not for us. I'm glad we're doing this, but I'm happy we're getting a little bit more of a voice.
Yeah, you weren't wrong by saying that this industry is somewhat dying. It's just dying as we know it now. Mm-hmm. I think it's dying for the good. Like when somebody's radio, the way that it is like being your spouse with a lot of money that you don't love dying. Mm-hmm.
It's sad,
but like ultimately, it's the best thing that's going to happen. And then we'll find, nice 20-year-old whore of radio. Listen, do you get my do you understand my analogy?
Your analogy really works for me.
Thank you.
I really like it. I use this.
Good morning, my friends. 3430.
Hey, man. What's happening? I haven't heard from you in a while.
I'd like to weigh in on this subject. I listen to a lot of Rogan, and he always has interesting people on his podcast, and who's ever on the podcast, he's very informed and asks very good questions and is very educated about whatever topic they're talking about.
I feel an insult coming.
I do, too, a little bit.
Oh.
It's like the calm before the storm.
What's your insult?
Yeah. Now get to the punchline.
No. You guys are my boys. There's not always a punchline. I can be serious.
No, so what are you saying? Like, the reason Joe Rogan is where he is, not just because he's doing podcast, it's because of the guests that he has.
Yes, the guest and how educated he is about whatever topic he's talking about. All across the board, he's very informed or very studied up on whatever he's talking about.
Yeah, that guy's really intelligent,
Joe,
super intelligent. I'm not saying that he's not good at what he does.
Yeah. Joe Rogan is the Howard Stern of podcasting. Amazing interviews. If you want interviews, you go to Joe Rogan.
Sure.
Because, I mean, he gets Elon Musk on there. He had Bill Gates on, and he does them different. He got Elon Musk high. Like, they just sat and smoked weed on his podcast.
Yeah, I love it. Why can't we do that?
Like, that's a thing.
Wait,
and
30, get your weed.
Yeah,
get your crack pipe. I want you on that crack right now while we talk to you.
I had a weird conversation. My sister called and asked what it would be like if she started doing meth like she had it in front of her. Actually, no, she asked, how do I smoke meth?
Really, this is interesting. If you can call the show and you were hooked on meth, I want to talk to you.
Love you guys.
Thank you, man. No, really, honest to God. I would love to hear, why is it so good? Why are you you're throwing everything away, including your teeth, for that drug?
I go, that you had to throw in there. Like, it's families and children and jobs and career, but you're like, I need to specify teeth. I need you to know that your chiclets are going to break.
They are. They get brittle.
Yeah, man, I want to do drugs so bad.
Well,
because people throw their lives away for it. You know how awesome PCP sounds? But I won't do it. Why? Because I love my family and I don't want to die in a ditch somewhere. But it sounds cool. I'm not saying you should do drugs.
Don't do that.
What I'm saying is some drugs sound like fun.
I thought yesterday it would be really fun if you and I did a podcast and we were hammered, or we have somebody run this board and we just get drunk in the morning. But then I'm like,
is anybody doing that?
I don't know. There's times where we've taken down stuff because we've just Facebook Lived. And we're like, yeah, that shouldn't go kind of viral.
Look at all of August's Mexico trip.
Yeah.
I don't know what was said on those. I don't remember. I can say that I don't remember a single one of those Facebook Lives.
Hey, you know who does, though?
Who?
Kelly Davies.
Kelly Davies was there for all of them. She actually was in Mexico with us. You wouldn't know that because we had to delete all of our Facebook Lives.
Now, Kelly Davies, Landro Realty.
Yes. Fox Cities. What?
Whether you're a first-time home buyer or you're looking for an investment property or your dream home, they take great care of walking all of the buyers throughout the entire home buying journey.
Walk.
Yep.
Through the house.
Or you can run. She doesn't care.
Don't run.
Could you imagine if a real estate agent did that?
Let's go. We got a lot of houses to see.
Just running through them.
Kelly Davis is just like, okay, now this is a nice colonial. Look at the kitchen.
There she runs.
Bathroom, basement, bedroom, back door. Let's go.
So what do you think? All right, next house.
Offer? No. Next house 6 blocks is down. We're running.
We have successfully helped. Nope, they have successfully helped over 600. You know what? I'm going to take some of that credit too. We have successfully helped over 600 families throughout the Fox Cities find their perfect home. Got connections to the top area lenders, can offer all types of financing, including no money down loans. Ooh. So Kelly Davies, K-E-L-L-Y. Sorry, your kiss messed me up.
It was right on the tip of your tongue.
It was. You sucked on it a little. Kelly, K-E-L-L-Y. Davies, D-A-V-I-E-S. Homes, H-O-M-E-S. Team. Kelly Davies Homes Team. Yeah, go check it out. So how much are we going to play for when we play Take from Jake and Tanner at 8:10? Did Tanner win or lose on Friday? Let's find out right now. Look at us, toot our own horn.
Oh,
Should have been on YouTube, and you could see us toot our own horns.
Oh, yeah. You would see us tooting, but
own
you would have
horns.
no idea what the tooting was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was tooting Jake's horn. Jake was tooting my horn.
We were tooting each other's horn with a back rub.
Yep.
Sometimes we'd hug it out. One time there was tears.
It was awesome. You should have been there.
Should have. Could have been if you text TV to 71090.
Yep. Boom.
I went on. I don't want to say it. I don't care. I went on YouTube just to see how many people, because this is our first time back with live streaming in the studio.
Yeah.
There's a total of 9.
9?
I
stopped going on there because...
Is it started dwindling?
Some weird fat filter that's on mine.
Oh.
Wow. It's fatter.
We need to get that. We need to get the viewership up, because it is really fun to watch us.
Yeah.
How else do you say it?
Check it out.
What do you can see if we're fatter.
Yeah.
I mean,
you like listening? Try looking too.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it works for some people. It'll work. It'll come back up.
Yeah.
We never really talk about it, though. That's another thing.
Yeah, just like our podcast. We only talk about our podcast in the 9 o'clock hour.
In fact, you told me something. You went, we're still in the podcast world, like with everybody.
Yeah.
And I went, oh, yeah, we do podcasts. I even forgot.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah,
Anyway.
we're still doing it.
866-916-0959. Ewert Pest Control text line. It happens to be 71090. Hi, my name is Jake, one of the hosts of the show. And, man, my daughter is coming, she's getting older, and I don't know how to deal with it too much.
Yeah. Start screaming more.
Well, she's, I don't know, man. It's not like when Dad, I don't know.
Is
She's
she
not losing.
your biggest fan right now?
Well,
anymore?
It's just not as in, I feel like her friends are becoming way more important than Dad. Like kayaking, like if I bought her that kayak that was like $400 and some bucks. I thought, great, we're going to do this. And now I'm just going to have to force her because she hates kayaking right now.
Oh, no.
And it gets in the way of, using the scooter around with the neighborhood kids. And that's fine. I get it. But like yesterday, Angie and I are being able to get breaks now, right? Because they're
old enough to have a break.
Well, they're scooting down to Casey's. They'll go down to Casey's with their friends, and Casey's the quick trip of gas stations in our area. And
which I've been in them. They're so not bad.
No, they're not.
They're not better.
No, they're not good.
No. You know how I know is because Casey's still has the man pills.
Mm-hmm.
Like right at the counter. Like you can impulse buy man pills. Okay, go on.
I went there the other day. My daughter and her friend, Dewey was freaking out because they left without him, and they went down to the store, and I went, well, you can't go down there by yourself. You need older kids with you.
Yeah.
So I go, I'll drive you down, because he was having a meltdown in the driveway. So I get into the truck, or in the minivan, drive him down, wait there, and I see Piper and Lucas's scooter out on the side, and they're in there for so long. Here's the thing. I didn't wear my boots, and I got no shoes, no service, so I can't just walk in there like a peasant.
What kind of country bumpkin thing were you doing?
I just jumped into the van really quick because I thought I was just going to drop him off, because they said they were
and
just...
you threw his bike
his
or
scooter
did he
right
walk?
in there.
Okay.
No. And I thought, well, they're just... Because they said they're going to run into the store real quick, come back out, and they're going to scoot back or whatever. They were in the flipping store.
Okay.
And I go, Dewey, you got to go in and get them. So they come in, and I was sitting out there for like 10 minutes. And I'm like, what are they doing? And I go, well, I was thinking in my head that the table was there, and they were just sitting there.
Yeah.
And Dewey's like, no, the table's not there anymore. So I go get that kid. She comes out, and I go, what were you doing? She goes, we were rearranging all the candy bars. And I go, oh, my dear God.
Hell yeah! What an odd thing.
Yeah, right? Anyway.
That's weird.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. I go, Piper, that's weird. Go home. No, she's got... That's so bizarre to me, but she's got a bunch of hair under her armpit now. And I told Angie, I'm like, this is new to me. What do you do? Like, when did you shave your, and I looked up on this, and they said, don't bring it up. Which it's not a big deal for me. I just didn't want her to feel hurt or, if somebody said anything to her.
Yeah. See, that's what I would say. I would rather have one, like me or my wife do that instead of
a kid making fun or whatever it is.
Because one of those boys is going to make fun of her.
Right. So apparently she's, I read that it's just when she starts feeling, you're supposed to not bring, what I read on one thing, my research went to one article, whatever, moms.com or whatever it is. And,
you're not a mom.
Oh, you've been there? Well, I'm not, what?
You're not a mom. So
no, I had to go there. Oh. I had to go, I don't know.
dads.com?
Apparently not. It's the one I found, and they said you're supposed to, when she feels that she needs to, that's the thing, I guess. I don't know.
I understand the whole, sometimes I feel like you should just fit in. Does that make sense?
You mean you should be like, you're going to get made fun of, shave these things?
Yes.
I feel like she's going to be 10.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's young, but see, and I don't remember that age and going, thinking of little girls or 10-year-olds having hair under that. I don't remember that. I don't remember making fun of anyone or anything like that.
No, I don't remember it either, but I also...
Tanner, it's weird. It is so...
I remember making fun of 10-year-olds.
It
was only last week.
Yeah.
I go up to them and I say, "You smell like feet." I do it constantly. And
they're so confused.
Reluctantly attack them. No, sometimes I think you should just blend in.
No, I get what you're saying.
Because being made fun of sucks.
It's just, I remember, I got to pee. I'm so sorry. I forgot to go in the last break, and I had like 22 minutes. I remember people telling me years ago, thinking you think your daughter's hard now. Wait until you have a teenage daughter, and it'll just get worse. And I can see it. I can see it already because she's real attitude-y. She treats us different. What I mean different by just she's mean. Like she freaks out on just freaks out. Like it could be. Hey, Piper, let's have a bonfire tonight. We'll do s'mores. Can the friends come over? No. And then just a meltdown. Oh, no. I don't even want one then.
Okay, sit in your room.
Wait. Oh, ooh.
What is happening to you? You're not supposed to be here.
No.
Are you cramping?
No.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my God. If you're not watching TV right now, this is confusing because Jake he is all the way up to his elbow into his pants. Just through the front.
Okay, so this is happening now.
Did you cramp?
So during quarantine, I got a little fatter and I got a little lazier, and I was playing something outside. I don't even remember.
Basketball?
Some kind of basketball or
Kickball?
soccer or whatever. But I extended my leg too far. And
what were you doing? Gymnastics?
I was like kicking something, and then this thigh felt like it fell off, like somebody ripped it off, and then the pain went away.
Okay.
So the pain went away, but now every morning when I wake up, it's really tingly.
Ooh.
And right there, it just felt like it was on fire.
Oh, that's a nerve.
What does that mean?
I don't know. You pinched a nerve somewhere.
How do you know?
Because that's what's making the tingly and burning sound. What else would it be?
So I pinched a nerve.
Don't have
when does it become?
in your leg.
When does it come unpinched?
I don't know. Listen, my shoulder hurts.
Dude, this is bad.
My
you
shoulder
don't understand. It feels like it's on fire right now.
Yeah. Well, I don't drink water.
Is that it?
Well, if it's cramping, you're supposed to drink water.
It's not cramping. There's no cramp. I know what a cramp is.
Well, okay.
And I hate that you think you know what a pinched nerve feels like.
Well, I know what pinched nerves feel like.
I'll be at the
Look up, what does a pinched nerve feel like? I guarantee it's going to say tingly. Yeah, my B's and D falls asleep. Why? Because I have a nerve in my butt that I sit on weird, and it makes my P and B's... Oh, what's it say? What's it say? Say it. Say it.
You may have pain when you move.
Boom.
Or may walk with a limp.
Okay.
Dude, I'm going to get a cane.
Yes.
The pain can feel like an ache, or it may burn or tingle. You may also have numbness that can spread down your leg. A pinched nerve occurs when tissues press on the nerve, causing tingling and even weakness. So what does that mean for me? What does that mean?
I don't know,
do I need surgery?
I demand an apology.
I do want to. I want to apologize on that.
Thank you. And you have to call me doctor the rest of the day.
All right, hold on. What am I do? What do I do here?
What?
What do I do? Like, there's no surgery involved.
No.
I hate that you think you know that.
You're done.
Oh, yeah.
That leg,
home remedies.
Yes.
It's just done. If you go into a doctor, they're going to saw it off.
Yeah. It's just, there's no surgery for it. Your leg just hurts now.
Anyway, hi.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm the other host of the show, and I almost drove the bike today. I came so close.
I forgot that you had that.
I almost did, but then I didn't. And that's about as far as I can get on that story. Because I was ready to take the vehicle. Does that make sense?
No.
Ready to take my car.
Like when you woke up, you're like, "Oh, my stuff's in the car."
I'm taking my car. And
Where
then
do you put your coffee on that bike? You need a little coffee holder.
I don't drink anything on my way into work.
You should. You should put a little coffee holder. And when you're driving, get good at taking off your helmet, or just straw it.
I will never wear a helmet.
Do you have a helmet?
Yeah, I wear a helmet every single time I go on the highway.
That's a weird.
It's
a weird take back quick.
I don't wear a helmet because I want to look bitchin'.
I'm gonna be honest. Anybody that does not wear a helmet, the only reason you're not wearing a helmet is because you think they look stupid.
Yes.
And I like the argument when people are like, "Doesn't matter if you're driving and then you wreck, you're dead anyway." And it's like, well, maybe a helmet would help.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say that for sure because unlike me, you're not a doctor. So just put a helmet on. Otherwise, they wouldn't sell them. Yeah.
I would get one of those, just the skull ones.
A German helmet?
I don't know.
Yeah.
The ones, the little top ones that look like you're wearing a hammock.
Yeah.
Hammock.
Yarmulke.
Hammock. Hammock.
Yarmulke. Not hammock. Yarmulke. That's cruel for it to be called a hammock.
Oh, you think you know how to pronounce that?
It's yarmulke. It's a word. I'm a doctor and a rabbi. Call me Dr. Rabbi T.
Oh, I would go to that.
What? Go
practice.
To what?
Go to that practice.
Temple.
Yeah,
it's
temple.
Either going to be a temple, a clinic, or get your hand off your. Are you wearing a belt buckle?
Oh yeah, dude.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
You're a belt buckle guy now.
Well, it's Ariat.
You need to. Have you seen the one that holds a beer can?
Yeah, I've seen those.
You need to get one.
Yeah, no, I like belt buckles. I'm a big fan.
I'm so happy you're a belt buckle guy
This
now.
is. I got this where I get all my boots and all that.
It says Ariat on it.
Yes, it does say Ariat.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's not one of the cool ones like at the Buckle. The Buckle had the buckles. Oh my God, those were amazing.
What you gotta do?
Wasn't it fun to go and look at all those buckles? I'm bringing back thumb rings too.
That might not come back, but I can get on board with belt buckles. You got to go Spencer's. Spencer's Gifts.
They still have them?
I don't know.
Do they still have the vampire teeth you can buy too?
Absolutely.
The ones you just put right on.
Yeah, the ones that you melt and then push. I dated a girl once that did that.
Did she try to fool you that they were her actual teeth?
No, because I found them. And I said, "What are these?" She's like, "Oh, they're my vampire teeth." And from that moment
But there was like not, the Halloween wasn't around or anything like that?
Yeah, like they were in a place where you just put them, like.
That she wears them.
This was August, and she was like, "That's just where I put them on sometimes." And I was like, "Okay, well, this isn't going to work out."
We talked about this on the radio a long time ago, that there is a place for people who think they are vampires. And
oh my God, yeah. It's called a mental hospital.
They're this own club, and they actually drink each other's blood.
That's not okay.
Yeah, I know.
You're not supposed to do that. No. That's where
you draw the line?
That's where I'm not Jehovah's Witness. I'm okay with... no, that's where I agree with the Jehovah's Witnesses. Blood stays in the body. Mm-hmm. That's it. Your blood's your blood. Stop putting it in your mouth.
John Krasinski is getting all kinds of flack. And that guy shouldn't. He's not the type of guy... He's not the guy that deserves that, because he seems like a decent guy that and you know what? People need to calm down, because all he's trying to do is make a little money.
Uh-oh.
With his brand.
Uh-oh.
We'll talk about it next. Jake and Tanner Show. Oh, man, welcome. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. You can watch us live on the tube if you want to. I don't know. I hope you do. Jake, Tanner. Sydney's not here. Used to saying that right then.
Yeah. Bum, bum.
Well, I want to get to this John Krasinski story.
Yeah, because I want to know what he did.
Well.
And why everybody hates him.
Oh, my God, by the way.
Oh, no.
Have you... Oh, we got to get to that, too. You are right. We started the show with that. We got 23 seconds into it, and we stopped, and we veered off. And now we have to get back to the McDonald's Clean It training video from the 80s.
We made it 18 seconds in.
You have to do me a fave, fam.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, that's just...
What?
Oh, I wanted to punch me.
Yeah.
You gotta do me a fave, fam. Can you type in, and this deserves big screen.
Okay.
1998, Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, God, yeah.
I just saw this.
Time. Let's do this.
And this is when I felt there's going to be a photo shoot. It's the very first one is the photos that I was the first two.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that popped up. Look at her. I'm not saying she's not gorgeous now. She's very beautiful, but 1998 Jennifer Aniston. Was it a thing too that she hated her hair?
She hated the Rachel.
Isn't that funny when you get to that big at that point? She didn't get to pick her hairstyle. Do you know they did that for her?
Well, she picked it the first time, but then she wanted to change it and everybody hated it.
Oh,
I thought different thing.
Well, I thought they picked it. There was a hairstylist that did it, and it became so popular that everybody wanted the Rachel. And what's wrong? Go to the Rachel. Let me see the Jennifer Aniston Rachel haircut.
I'm sorry. Can we just appreciate how attractive this couple is? Brad Pitt, Jennifer Aniston in like 2004, like the peak.
I don't know who I want to touch more.
How attractive these two are together. That's insane. Why are they so attractive?
She really screwed up, didn't she?
He screwed up.
Hey,
I mean, he's attractive.
I want to see the Rachel haircut. I want to see if I remember this. Because I might do it.
The what?
I might do it.
The Rachel haircut.
Yeah. Oh, I could pull that off now. Yes. Face framed and everything.
Yeah,
why is it, man? Tell me this. Why is it that trends get old? Like, when I look at that hairstyle, I think, that is 90s. Like, nobody would really do that anymore. It's very similar to a Karen almost.
Yeah, it's almost a Karen.
Why is it? Why do trends go away and all of a sudden, like if I were to wear a thumb ring right now, why is that uncool? Maybe it wasn't as cool in the 2000s.
Thumb rings were never like.
Dude, I'm wearing them, bringing them back. No, but for real, why do trends do that? It's confusing to me.
It's like you just see it all the time. You know what I mean? It's like you just keep seeing it and seeing it and seeing it until it becomes boring to you.
And it's just old, though. You look at it like, that's an old style.
Well, yeah, but I think it's just the only reason we look at this and say that's old is because we remember when it was new.
I guess.
You know what I mean? Like, we remember, like, that's old because that was her haircut in the 90s. Like, everybody had that in the late 90s, early 2000s.
I would hate to have such a popular show and be very popular at that time, and then Netflix grabs it, and to other people, you never age. But your character and the popularity of your show don't age, but you do.
Yes.
I'm talking about like the Friends characters, like Courtney Cox had an awful time with it, she said.
Yeah, Pam from The Office gets stopped at Target because kids ask, "Oh my God, do you know that you look like an older version of Pam? Are you her mom?"
Will Smith was getting that too. Will Smith was like, "Man, you look like the young kid on Fresh Prince."
He barely has aged.
Yeah.
And when Will Smith starts feeling old, he hasn't aged since Fresh Prince, he could be in his mid-20s.
Somebody said, I still wear a ring on each thumb. Pictures or it's not happening.
Each thumb?
I did too.
Both thumbs?
Dude, I had...
For what?
I had one here, one here, one here, and one here.
Why?
Because I'm badass, Tanner.
What
That's
were they
why.
for? How many of them were skulls?
3. 2.
Two out of the 4 rings you were wearing.
Dude, I was such a... I was all of 2000s. When I was 2000s, I was all of it.
Really went into it.
I wore a handkerchief around my wrist.
I love it. Kayla keeps trying to get me to get a leather cuff.
I have some. I'll sell you one or give you one. I'll give you one or sell you one. Depends on which one you want. I got one that has a skull on it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't want
can you
that
take
one.
pictures of that? What? Yeah, you do.
I don't want the skull
You have a
one.
motorcycle.
Well, yeah, but Kayla keeps saying you would look so good in a leather cuff, and I think it's her thing. Oh my god! Never mind. I'm not gonna talk about it.
What?
I'm not gonna talk about it. No, not that.
Thumb?
No. What? Oh, I'll talk about that.
What is her thing?
Leather cuffs.
No.
Nope.
No.
I've learned.
What have you learned?
I've learned.
What have you learned?
I've learned not to say things. I don't know what to do.
I love it!
And
Oh, that's awesome!
but kinda.
No, that's... Oh, I could play that part. I could play that part. I could be good at that.
Oh, my whole thing is
Not with her. I'm just saying with anybody.
Anybody?
I could have played that.
Yeah.
I could play that part like real well.
yeah, it's odd.
I don't want to talk about it anymore because I'm afraid I'm going to slip up and say
Yeah.
something that would give it away.
I don't know if I could do it.
Man, if you
She asked me and I was like, I'll try.
Oh wait, did you like
No.
hold on, did you
It just like
Wait, was it I'm going to tell you something. What just happened? And I don't know if you guys do this. Maybe you guys do. Probably you do.
Yeah.
There is nothing, I kid you not, stronger in a relationship when you open up about weird stuff you like doing. Because then all of a sudden, if
Now
they
you
stay
got dirt
with
on
you,
them.
you got dirt on them. And if they stay with you, you're like, oh, they really do like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you are really honest, because how many people, I'm not kidding, how many relationships are there? They have these weird fantasies or whatever, and they don't explain it to their partner. So all of a sudden, they're just on their own on this, and you don't even know if they would even be into. I'm telling you, I think it's really, really, really strong for a relationship.
But I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
Guys,
Okay.
be careful. We're dirtier.
Oh,
Listen. Listen.
I do agree with that one.
I'm sorry, this is not an equal rights thing. Women, whatever you want to do, let your man know, let your partner know, because I guarantee they'll say yes.
Oh, a guy?
Oh! He's going to say yes.
All of it.
Literally.
You could say, think of, ladies, think of the weirdest thing. Sure.
Yep.
I don't even know what it is, but I'm all in for it.
Yep. Men, your man is as dirty as you allow him to be.
Yeah.
He will get as far as you want to go. So you have
gotta
free
wrangle him in.
range to do whatever you want. He doesn't. And you don't want to know either. You don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't even.
Don't ask.
Yeah, I wouldn't ask.
You don't ask what they want to do.
But definitely throw some boundaries. Because if you don't, there's going to be. Why is the blender up here?
Yes.
You'll see.
You don't know what just shows up on the main page of that website. And you also don't know every website. So you might, I'm not saying my wife probably watches more than I do, but like mine is specifically weird. It's weird. It's so weird now.
I know.
Does it
you know
know?
what's weird? You know what's weird? You know what's weird is how much we work together is I know some of yours.
Yeah, you do. I know you do. You've been lost in YouTube before.
Oh, it's so weird to go
Get
down the
lost
down
there.
that rabbit hole.
I watched. It was 48 minutes.
But
It was a goat licking a refrigerator.
yeah,
And guess what?
it's doing something.
Yep. I hit X and clear history after that video.
Oh, speaking of which, man. Oh my God. That stupid work computer, right?
Oh God.
That I have.
Let's just burn it.
Oh, my my daughter uses it for some of her schoolwork.
Yeah. Oh no.
And the teacher can see everything and I'm like, oh God, I go, Angie, you have to write the teacher, because Piper just figured this out. And she's like, you use this for work. Now they're going to think that I'm doing your Jake and Tanner stuff on there. And I went, oh yeah. And so I go, Angie, you got to write to the teacher and say that Piper wasn't looking up like what it's like to work for Pornhub, because I thought because I thought that would be interesting prep, right? Like somebody that's working behind the scenes.
The teacher can't see everything.
I don't.
All of your searcher history.
But that's why it says Piper. Do you remember when we'd Zoom or whatever, and it would say Piper? So her account.
Oh, she can just see all the emails. Wait,
I don't know.
What your teacher
I don't know,
can
but
see.
she laughed and she said she had a really. That was extremely funny.
Yeah,
because
that
by
would
the way, it is
uncomfortable if your 9-year-old was looking that up.
Right?
Like if you got an email and be like, do you know? Because like if she saw that and you didn't write that email, that teacher was sitting back like, I gotta bring this up. I gotta say something to the Frank family, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
But also, even if she assumed like, okay, well, Piper wasn't linking that up, but now somebody in that house wants to know what it's like to work at Pornhub, and the next parent-teacher conference is gonna be odd.
It's just the stuff that you do for this career.
Do you have a fear?
Yeah.
I have a fear, a real fear.
Okay.
That I will be scrolling through the hub and see my wife.
Oh. Yeah. Well, God. No, I've never thought of that.
Because
we're
gone a lot.
What would you do?
I don't know.
Would you first take care of certain things that you, and then have a strong talk with her?
Yeah. Well, I'd have to investigate, see if it's me. But if it's not, well, could you imagine you're just scrolling through sister? Could you imagine if Jody was just there?
Half sister.
Oh, so it's okay?
No. Watch your mouth, Will. I don't even know where that woman is. Probably on
But anyway. Wouldn't that be the worst?
I think it could hurt you mentally.
Oh,
big time. It's kind of like that one dude that he called the show and he said that he went into a strip joint once and saw like his best friend's daughter that he's watched grow up.
Yeah.
And that's got to be, he said weird. It was extremely uncomfortable for the whole 4 hours he stayed.
The hour and a half that I paid for the champagne room was weird. Yeah, he did say something weird like,
yeah, right?
For the 2 hours we were there, I felt uncomfortable. You didn't want to just leave?
You could have. Anyway.
Yeah, if I found out any of my family members did that, I don't think I could go on any website again. You know what I mean?
Well, it would terrify you. Yeah. It would definitely scar you. You'd have PTSD all the time.
If I was
checking your MySpace account.
Nana!
You start crying. All right. We didn't get to that, John Krasinski.
Or that video. Yeah, we'll get there.
All right, more Jake and Tanner show. Yeah, we're going to do that next. So earlier we were talking about Joe Rogan and him talking crap about terrestrial radio and how scary it would be to be into this industry, the one that we're in. And while I was taking a little bit of offense to it, but I don't think he realized what he's done for the industry, as in for the talent. I mean, for the personalities, for what Jake and Tanner do. I do think it's completely changing now in a really great way. Music is not king anymore, and that is going to fade out. I'm sorry, that's thing that is going to be dying.
Yeah.
You said something really interesting. I was saying, do you think? I can't remember how we got into this, but it was like this is going to be how radio stations are going to be pretty much all talk format. We were just talking during that song, speaking of music, and you said you think they're going to have a podcast division.
Yeah,
then I went, wait, so you're saying we would do the show, then we would go podcast? You go, no, I think like Kiss FM will just podcast.
Yeah, or it'll be a Woodward Communications podcast. So like there is a studio like this one right here that's empty. That is solely just for podcasts. It's set up with it's set up with like TV lights,
which we need.
Decent camera, like great cameras.
To be honest, I love the camera. I love that we got cameras in the studio.
Yes.
But it's not set up. Because we're trying to make it happen.
Yes.
On
a budget.
With everything that we have here right now, which is great, which is fine. At least we're doing it.
But if you were to have a studio that was solely designed just for podcasting, so you've got your studio lights,
or maybe they will continue with this career, or this setup, but they actually just hire podcasters for the station
to do radio.
They hire two people like us. Maybe they move us over to the podcast world. You guys only focus on podcasting, and we'll hire another morning show to do the music world until the music world fades out.
Man, I think what they would do is they would try to do us doing both for a minute, and then just focus all your energy on the podcast. On podcasting.
That's the way it's moving.
Just focus all of your energy there.
I love saying this because I know that it's true. And everybody else is saying this. The big talent in big markets, their voice is a little heavier and a little louder. If the radio stations do not open up their purse string or loosen up the purse strings, how do the kids say it?
Yeah,
whatever.
Open the wallet
for more money for better talent. It's going to. It's just nice that we're not second to the music.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying we are. We do talk format, but I'm just saying our brothers and sisters in this career. I don't want to be the best of the best.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the best of the best.
Cameras.
What?
No.
I was doing a high five for you.
Mm-hmm.
I was. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. No, I was actually doing a high five.
Yep.
But, no, I don't know. It's an interesting time because he just shook up the entire industry. Fun.
Yeah. And like I said off the break, we're not going to be left behind. We have a pretty good
with Tanner, I've been saying are we being left behind because of all these people podcast, and is that where everybody's going to be going? And are we just in this archaic system that made, this is what I was saying. And it's questions that we ask because it's questions that need to be talked or asked.
It's like we're wondering, are we selling leeches in 1923 to doctors?
Mm-hmm.
Like, should we change lanes and start selling these to fishermen because they don't use leeches for surgery anymore?
I think it's so important. And I know that we're still stuck in this COVID-19, and I know money is tight for all businesses. Mm-hmm. But man, do I think as a company, we need to sit down and talk about the world and how it's changing.
Yeah,
and what we can do.
It's changing. It's changing fast. This COVID-19 probably kicked it all into second gear. I think we were cruising towards changing, and I think all the coronavirus just does we're going faster now. Look, everything has to change faster. Don't know why. And Joe Rogan.
Well, that Joe Rogan really changed. $150 million.
We have...
And it showed
basically leg up to anybody else who wants to start a podcast, if you think about it.
Why?
Because we're here. we can have an audience right now. Podcasts.
Oh, you got to build your
hundreds of millions of podcasts that get uploaded that nobody listens to because what are you doing? Like, who are you?
Sure.
And what are you providing for a podcast? You and I are entertainers, and we have an audience as little as it is. We have one already. So if we did an after show podcast or a regular podcast, whatever we want to call it, we have people that will go to it and not just find it. We have a flock of people that could spread it out. But if the dude that works at Quick Trip, if I walk in there and he's like, "Hey, you should come on my podcast." Who are you? Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody
so
has a podcast.
we got somewhat of a build. So this is why we're not going to be left behind.
This is why we won't be left behind, because A, we know that it's changing, and B, we're building an audience.
Let me ask you something.
No.
Okay? Do we just sit? Where are you going? Don't leave. Wait.
I'm just playing. Okay. I'm just playing. You can ask me anything you want. I talk and then I leave.
Holy Lord. That should be your thing. And then I'm just talking, but you still hear me.
Yeah.
And then you come back in and talk. It's like you don't want to hear my voice in the same room.
I want to hear it.
I
want you talking at me.
What if you had to sit down, and we did as a company, whoever makes decisions like that, what would be something that you would bring up? What would be the thing that you would be like, I think we should be concerned about this, and we should probably start working on this? Because again, we had a long conversation yesterday on the phone about how quick and how fast and how this is changing, and I want to change it for the better. I want to change it for us in Woodward, in this radio station, to be healthy, and I want, again, our people that are in the career to make money and not to fade away. Because even though we talk a lot of crap about everybody else, we still like them.
Yeah, they're nice people, except for Drake.
Yeah, I can't stand Drake.
I play Call of Duty with Drake, and he says so many things that I don't understand.
Like fam?
And bet.
Like you bet? You bet I will do that?
No, like maybe I'll be like, hey, there is somebody 30 meters west. And he'd be like, bet. And I was like, okay.
Does that mean...
I don't know.
Does that mean like, oh, I got it?
Like
it
word,
might be
you betcha.
Word.
Could be. I don't know.
Yeah, I hate him.
That's BMW.
Not true at all. That's not so. So what would you ask? If we had to do this meeting, we're sitting down with Joe, Kelly, and anybody else who makes decisions. Only two names I know.
Mm-hmm.
Not true.
Canadians. Everybody. We're all owners. What?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we're not yet.
We technically are. We're just not 100% vested.
Okay,
which means
cool. So can we set up this meeting?
We could set up a meeting. Like literally, we could say, dude, let's become the heads of the podcast division.
We're going to start in our own. Done.
Listen.
Hey, wait, since I'm an employee of this, an owner of this, you are too.
Yeah. We're setting up our own division.
I say okay.
Yeah.
I give you the stamp of approval.
Thank you.
Boom.
I also give you the stamp of approval. Done. We are
Hear me.
We are the new heads of the podcast division, Woodward's podcast division.
Tanner.
Yes?
Since we just took on another job, I think we deserve a raise.
Double.
Okay, all the ayes?
More salaries.
Say all the ayes?
Aye. Nays?
There you go.
Ayes have it. Jake and Tanner just doubled their incomes.
I forgot that we're owners. We can do that.
I mean, not yet. I mean, not really. I mean, we can, but not really. What I would bring up is I think that there would need to be that. What am I bringing up? The waste of real estate that is behind me right now.
No. What are you doing? What are you bringing up? You're just bringing up stuff you don't like. Then I want door handles. I don't want door handles anymore.
No,
I want push doors everywhere.
That needs to be put together.
I don't
for
like the
podcasting.
Carpet. Oh, I like that idea.
It needs studio lights.
Yep.
It needs DSLR cameras that can have decent video.
Now, wait, are you saying this is going to be... Because I don't want BJ and the Bear in our podcasting studio.
Smell like cilantro.
It is. One smells like cabbage.
Cabbage and cilantro.
I don't know which one it is. But I don't need those two in this studio gunking it up with their cabbage smell and their grubby little COVID-19 fingers. I don't need it.
As the heads of the Woodward Communications podcast division, we don't have to let anybody into our studio.
Anybody else,
even
but
though
BJ and Bear.
It won't be. Listen, this is how we get around it. You know the jealousy that would happen if you and I got our own studio?
Too bad we already did.
Insane.
We already did the eyes.
Yeah, but it would be insane. The amount of jealousy that would be like, why don't we get our own studio? Listen, we didn't get our own studio.
We voted on it. We set up a meeting and we just voted on it. We took the time to set up the meeting and vote.
The podcast division got a studio. And we just happened to be the only people hired as the podcast division.
Not our fault.
And then
we put our name on the door.
Hire BJ and Bear.
I don't want them in the studio.
Yeah, and then refuse to let them in the studio.
I don't mind that.
Listen.
I like that idea. No, actually, honest to God, that needs to happen.
That should be set up for podcasting.
And then we should be taking over. We should be really focusing on what can we do for podcasting. Not only do we do put our show on there.
Yes.
We do put our show on there, but what else can we do?
What other, because there are so many other.
We're going to have another raise.
Honestly, we're giving us, because there are a lot of other, we can put our names as executive producers on everybody's podcast.
I like
and
that.
then also on our resumes.
That's really good idea.
Executive producers. Awesome. No, because Woodward Communications has a huge library of podcasts.
Sure.
But you and I have over 3 million listens. I just looked at it today.
We have over 3?
Yes.
Oh, a little medium-sized market, not too bad.
So we're doing okay. I mean, comparatively,
Joe Rogan,
we know
gets
what we're
1.5 million
doing.
a month.
Okay. Settle down.
I just thought, for a comparison, we're not.
So we have as many listens as 2 months of Joe Rogan?
Yeah, isn't that sad?
I guess that's why he gets $150 million and we get $22,000 a year each.
No, that's with bonuses.
That's with bonuses, and that's pre-taxes, and that's pre-gas.
No, I really like your idea. We need it. I really like that idea of setting that up as I'm not kidding, because then other people could actually use
it
that
and utilize it, and we could actually, the station could make so much digital money if that was you've got the home cooking or the home thing. Throw her in there. Get the cameras on her.
Oh, there is a.
Who's a board, a switcher board where people could switch the cameras around. Make it look nice. That could be such a beautiful thing.
The therapy woman that goes, or is she still doing that?
I think so.
Okay, she could go in there.
Yes.
BJ and Bear.
No, get out.
Go do your own podcast studio.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to bring the ceilings down.
Yeah, Bear would be so uncomfortable.
Yep, bring the ceilings down to 6. Well, I'm 6'2", so 6'3". We'd have to make him 6'3". He's what, 8 foot 13?
Mm-hmm.
He's 9.5 feet tall.
Mm-hmm. That's not math.
We use him as a tower during emergencies. If the tower goes down, we hook a car battery up to Bear's big toes.
Sure.
And then he holds a stick, and that is our tower. It's about as powerful as the KISS Tower now.
I really like that. My thing I would bring up that I'm really concerned about. I like that. We got to be concerned about the podcast. My thing, the door handles around this building, man. I mean, it's COVID-19, man, and we're just I would bring up that we need to start focusing much more on shows. Not saying focus on our show. I'm just talking about, I love Heather. Get her a partner. Get her something. You know what I mean? Start focusing on because what's going to happen is other radio stations are going to start focusing less on music, less on living in 10 seconds in between songs like jocks, and they're going to start focusing on shows, and we need to be the first people to be doing that on terrestrial radio, and that's how it's going to survive, along with the podcast division that we are CEO and president.
I love that. Do you know what will never go away?
What?
Swiderski Power.
They could be a part of it. They could podcast.
Dude, I
They could
would
have their own.
do a Swiderski Power podcast. We could do a Swiderski Power podcast, talk only about simplicity and Ferris mowers. You want to know why? Because they're at 5,500 Calumet Drive. That's not why they would make a good podcast, but they also would because they do amazing things. They have full techs. They are fully trained techs. They could do anything. They have a full service shop, and they have a ton of variety. A lot of Ferris, a lot of simplicity. And when you think simplicity, what do you think? 1,000 years.
I think
You're gonna
beauty.
own it forever.
I think beauty.
And beauty. And
I do. I
beautiful
have a
lawns.
simplicity.
From 1974?
It's 3.
73. And
And it's still running.
So go buy one. If you're like, I need a new mower, get a simplicity mower from Swiderski Power. Go to swiderskipower.com. That's SWIDERSKI power.com.
Or Jake and Tanner Show next. Joe, hold on. I like when Joe just came in, and I'm like, well, we've only been here 5 minutes, and now we're demanding a podcast.
What are we demanding? We're demanding studio quality lights, $1,000 cameras.
Yeah. We're just like, just do it.
No,
Go
in the basement and grab all the equipment. I want it tomorrow.
Your ideas of like doing the podcast division is humongous.
Oh yeah, it's our division.
Really humongous.
And you want to know what you have to do?
What's that?
You have to name it on YouTube Woodward Studios. You can't call it radio. I don't know why.
No, because radio's archaic. If you say radio, it's an archaic system. It's like I'm going to go to Blockbuster.
Yes.
Or do you do video on demand?
Yeah, because what sounds like more of a professional studio company? YMH Studios or Kiss FM? Like, if you're looking for podcasts, you go to the YMH. You don't even know what YMH stands for, but it's followed by studios.
Or just Jake and Tanner's.
Jake and Tanner Studios?
I think.
JT Studs?
I like JT Studs. That's I'm a big fan of. We got to get stuff in writing now.
Yeah.
Now I think this is such a moneymaker.
Yep. Verbal trademark. We verbal trademark.
How much would that cost? Where's Steve Brown? I want him in here because I want to know how much it would cost to do all that, because maybe we should just do it and we take 80%.
What?
And then Woodward gets 20.
How much are they already paying you? I am not putting together a studio.
I know. I don't make any money.
God,
that's why I'm asking.
What am I going to have
Brown?
to sell?
I'm just going to ask Steve Brown if
we are. You and I aren't even supposed to be in the same studio. He can't come in here.
You know what it is, too?
What?
We don't know jack s about doing anything but talking into a mic. We got to start learning things here, man.
What are you talking about? We know it all.
We don't know anything.
We need
Joe
a
just
board.
came in and he's like, "Hey, you guys, this and this and that."
Oh yeah, he did say, because you had the same reaction that I did. Because he was like, "You got to punch it up on the." Because I told him in there, he's like, "You got to punch it up on the Axia board," and I was like, "What?" And then he came in here. And he was like, "You got to put it up on the Axia board." And you're like, "The what?"
What's an Axia board?
And then I had to make you feel bad. I was like, "It's the board we're using," but he just did that to me.
No. Oh, it's this?
Yeah, see?
Oh, it says it right there. I thought it was this.
But that's part of it. That's the screen for the board.
Okay.
Dude, I'm basically puking information at you that I just learned.
You learned like 5 minutes ago?
Yes. Off the air. Oh.
Do you remember when, speaking of Steve Brown, the only thing when anybody that says Steve, I think God around here, because I'm going to tell you what, Steve, if you're listening, you are the smartest man on the planet, because you have put together the studio. Only you know how to, you have job security, like unbelievable.
If Steve dies.
God forbid.
God forbid. Knock on wood that he doesn't. But if he does, you might as well burn the building down and collect the insurance money.
No doubt.
Start from scratch. Because he's got a key around his neck that runs every computer. It's all downstairs. Don't know how any of it works.
He's like the Matrix, that key dude.
Yes.
The Matrix 2.
The key maker?
Key dude?
The guy that was in the lighthouse. Wait, remember that stupid scene? God, every Matrix after the first Matrix was the worst. He was in the lighthouse, and then the lighthouse was filled with TVs, and then all the TVs were what we were watching. So it was like,
yeah, I get that.
It's stupid.
I remember when we first come here. I don't know why they do this.
Okay,
and it is not to make fun. I just don't know why this happens for everybody, and I don't know if they still do it or not. But you have to sit down for like an hour lecture on Steve explaining how towers work.
Oh yeah,
I've never had to do that at any other. And this is how radio is. I've been to a lot of radio stations. I've never had to do that, which that's fine. That's fine. It's just like 45 minutes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I will say I zoned out a little bit, and you want to know why? Because it's not my thing.
Yeah.
Like antennas and how this is magic to me. How radio works is pure magic.
I don't understand.
It's very
how
David Blaney.
Our voice goes from this microphone, goes through the air, and you can't see it.
I don't want to know
how
either.
that works. Yeah.
No, I don't want
I sat through that meeting. Because I was here like 2 weeks or 3 weeks before you were. And I sat through that meeting and said, oh, Jake's going to hate this. Because I hate this. And I tolerate things way more than he does. Because a phrase was said, if the FCC shows up and asks you to do this math, you need to know how to do it.
Oh, what math? We did math?
Yeah, there's some kind of math.
Wait, in the thing we did the math?
There is a math. No, it's in the thing.
What do you mean? Does FCC people, do they just show up in like a van?
I don't know.
Do they just come down from helicopters?
Yeah,
don't you think we would have like a thing where they would call and be like, hey, we're going to show up in a little bit?
Yeah. And
they just don't pop up like a flower?
I don't know. He made it sound like.
To be honest, I don't even know if the FCC is real because I've never seen them.
True.
They're like people that give you parking tickets. Where do they even come from?
I hate parking tickets, man. I got a parking ticket in Appleton. I was out of my car for 5 minutes. Your statement of where do they even come from is never been more true.
Right?
I parked. I walked into a parking lot. I didn't even go into a building. Turned around, and I had a thing on my windshield. How? Where did it come from?
So annoying. I don't even know what we were getting at now.
We need more things.
Oh yeah, Joe was here for. I mean, it was
4
funny.
seconds.
He was in that studio, and I go, "Hey,
yeah,
why are you guys by each other? You're not supposed." And now here we are in the studio. But that's because of faulty equipment. That's not our fault.
Yeah, no. Yeah, for sure. That's what happened. We haven't been back in Appleton for what? We've been back in Appleton for 4 hours, 5 hours. And we're already demanding.
I get why people think that
we might be prima donnas. We say things that make us look like that. I think that's probably why.
I just think it's so important. I think it's really important to start on this now.
Yeah,
or we're going to be just following other radio stations.
We are the head of the podcast division, so we better figure it out. I feel like this is on us now.
Yeah, and we took a lot. We took a lot of pay raises.
Yeah,
and
we did.
We're literally not even making any money in that division yet.
So much. We are getting paid so much now.
Do you have a trivia question? Because we're playing for 580 today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I somewhat have one.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to ask you something after this. I don't know if we made a boo-boo. And when I say we, I mean I, but you sure didn't remind me.
With what? What? What's a boo-boo? What's the boo-boo, boo-boo? What is it?
Hi, who's this?
Keenan.
Keenan?
Yep.
Keenan, you're going to have to answer one of these questions because this is what happens on Take from Jake and Tanner. When we get this up here with a lot of money, we get a lot of people that love other radio stations like Steve and Laura.
No.
All right, I won't use that. Like other people, other shows.
Yeah.
And they take the money and then they leave and they frolic back to their other radio station. We don't like that.
Yeah.
So you got to answer a question before you can even attempt to answer the trivia questions to try to win this $580. Big thank you to Prospera Credit Union Life Stage Personal Guidance. Tanner, do you usually, and I always spring these on you, and I think we always forget.
I got one.
Okay, all right. Keenan, here's your question.
What is Jake and Angie's preferred home hardware store?
Ooh. There's two. I'm gonna say Home Depot.
That's correct.
But you don't. Do you know why?
Because of the song.
Yeah, no, you shouldn't be playing. You shouldn't, but we're going to let you because that wasn't that. You get to go. You get to move forward. Here's something. Hang on, Keenan. Please find something to talk about besides podcasts and background radio. Here's the thing.
No.
Oh, no. This is how it's weird because they wouldn't do that with a podcast.
Yeah.
They wouldn't write into Joe Rogan.
Who is that?
No. Like, listen. Hear me out for a second. They wouldn't write in and say that.
Mm-hmm.
No, do you hear me? You're not listening.
Yeah, they would not write into a podcast and say that to them.
Why here then?
Because we're live.
Is it because we're live?
Because you don't write into something that you don't think is ever going to make a difference. We have made it very clear that we read these texts.
And we get hurt.
Yeah.
And we like to make you feel bad as a person. No, that's weird to me that happens with radio. Like you could just like a podcast, if you weren't interested in Joe Rogan, you wouldn't write him.
Yeah.
You just wouldn't download that podcast and you would move on. Just like you could do right now. You could just change the station or go podcast.
Yeah.
That's weird. The negative text on that. Also, you know what was weird that I got today or over this weekend? I was talking to an older gentleman, and again, this is people that think they can say this, and it's really weird and hurtful. You're not going to like this. He was an older guy, and then his son told him, "Hey, he's on the radio and does this and blah blah blah." 5 minutes go by, and then he's like, "You're not going to like this. I only listen to this person."
Why?
And I go, "Oh no, I like that person. No, he's interesting." Oh, okay, because I'm the only one that I only listen. And it's like, why would you have to tell me
You
that?
don't need to
There was no reason.
Yeah, you didn't need to. We don't need to. Here's one thing. And don't do it to somebody else.
Right.
Like, don't go to Steve and Laura and say, I only listen to Jake and Tanner. Because, A, they don't want to hear it, and B, they already know.
That is my evil laugh. I like yours. All right. I get it. I understand.
Is Keenan still here?
I don't know. Keenan?
Yep.
All right, buddy. Tanner's going to leave the room. We got 5 questions here. $580. Thank you, Prospera Credit Union. Tanner's leaving the room. You're going to be able to hear the door shut slam. Goodbye. You can't hear the questions nor the answers. We're going to read these. If you get stuck, you can pass. Time willing, we're going to get back to that question. Now, remember, if you say pass twice, that's it. Okay?
Sounds good.
And you're done, I'm going to put you on hold, and then we're going to get Tanner back in this room. And we're going to grade these all together. See if it's going to be 600 tomorrow or you're getting 580 today. Keenan, let's go. Your time begins in 3, 2, 1. Keenan, lead is a chemical element with what symbol on the periodic table?
Pass.
Who was the star of the popular 80s crime drama Magnum P.I.?
Pass.
What country is named for its location on the equator?
What country?
What country?
Pass.
With 12 Oscar nominations and 3 wins, who is the most nominated male actor in Academy Award history?
Brad Pitt.
At its peak in 2004, which company had over 9,000 video rental stores worldwide?
Blockbuster.
Lead is a chemical element with what symbol on the periodic table?
PB.
Who was the star of the popular 80s crime drama Magnum P.I.?
Tom Selleck.
Nope. Oh, okay. What country is named for its location on the equator?
I don't know.
Yeah, now you don't know. Come on in. Oh, boy, do I feel like you were cheating, Keenan. Keenan?
No, I wasn't.
Keenan? Keenan?
Honest to God.
Keenan.
I had the first one on the tip of my tongue, and I didn't know it first.
I hate when they don't know them and they pass right away and then come back and know them.
Getting a lot.
Are you getting a lot? Because we have this written down that we cannot play this guy.
Yeah, we are allowed to just say no if there's suspected cheating.
I wasn't cheating at all.
Oh, dude, I didn't hear it, but everybody says cheater.
I'm in my work truck right now. I'm not even on
Who's
my
in
phone.
your work truck with you?
No one. I'm by myself.
Keenan, I don't believe that.
I'm by myself.
Man, we're going to have to... Hang on really quick. Hang on, Keenan. Because this is up there a lot. I think the dude cheated because he was naming them right away. Either... I got a question on here that he should not have known and known. Because he passed right away.
So just passed and then...
It was like, I read it, pass. I read one, pass. I read one, pass. read one, named it, read one, named it, came back and knew the answers. And then I stopped on the second one and said, whoa. And then I read it, and he's like, I don't know, the third one, because I think he was guessing them all, getting them all right. I don't know what you want to do here. Now, wait a minute. Why don't we do this? Why don't we leave it up to people calling or texting? Because it's not just our game, it's their game.
Yeah.
And I up to you, unless you want to try it. I mean, you can. We can try it.
I don't know.
You have a chance to stand,
I don't
or
know.
you may win it. There's no way to prove it.
There is no way to prove it, but we have put in the rules.
I work with Keenan. He has 2 phones, work and personal. I mean, it sucks that if we do this, it does suck that way, and it makes us feel like we're sore losers if he wasn't cheating, if people do believe that.
It sucks. Yeah, I don't know. Because we can't just have a new person.
Here, you know what? Somebody said this might be a good rule. I say from here on out, when the money gets to a point, there's no passing.
I don't know if we should do no passing as much as time. Now there's a real time limit. So you don't have time to just pass. It's got to be quicker
Google. Because I don't like it. I know he cheated, even though whatever he wants to say. And I get it. I understand. It's almost $600. I understand why he wants to cheat. It's not hard to cheat on this game. It really isn't. You're just a jerkbag. What do you want to do? You want to see if people want to do a little... I mean, he doesn't. He probably doesn't want to stick around even now. We've embarrassed him so much. I don't even care, to be honest, because... I want to play it for you. I want to play it. But if we read you these questions and we start playing, we can't after this go, no, we're not going to give it to you if you lost. We would have to make the decision right now.
If you truly believe he was cheating, we have put into effect, we have put into the rules that if we believe you cheated, we're allowed to say no. Because this money is worth something.
Somebody said on one of the questions, don't read it. It's like 6 down. I'll actually delete it.
Okay.
They said that question that was just read is really sketchy that he knew. Because he passed so quick on it. And then he came back and knew it right away.
Yeah.
And Keenan, with a name like Keenan, I don't think you should know that.
I don't, yeah.
If I would have said something about drugs or weed, I get that. Like, I'd be like, oh yeah, Keenan knows that.
You understand those questions.
See, look at this. Some of those questions were pretty easy, but strange that he passed, then came back and knew right away. Didn't even try. Like, he wasn't even trying on the first 2. Like, his game, Keenan, your game was to pass on those quick, so you could Google them or somebody can Google them. You tell the truth.
Oh, it would have took a lot longer for me to Google them.
Why?
Yeah, why? What?
Why? Because I'd have to minimize it out and I'd have to search it. When I came back on the second time, I said it right away.
Somebody said, why don't we play him tomorrow? Video him. I don't know how. Oh no, we could. I don't know how yet.
FaceTime it.
I want to play him again. I don't want to not give him the money because I feel awful.
But
that he
why
didn't play.
Would we give him the money if we believe he cheated?
Because I can't prove it. But
we put it into effect that we're allowed to make that decision. If everybody believes he's cheating, there's not even a single person on the text line that is saying, I don't know, man, he might have knew it. I don't know what he said. I don't know how he played the game. And yeah. I can't hear it without...
This is what we're going to do. Keenan.
Yep.
I'm not giving this to you. I feel like you cheated 100%. I love you. Do not be mad at us, but know that you're lying straight to our face.
It sucks that I didn't cheat. I know I did really good now that you're saying I cheated.
Oh, you're such a cheater!
I'm not.
Dude, if you cheated, you would be if you didn't cheat, you'd be so more upset right now.
I am upset, but I can't do anything because everyone thinks I cheated.
I don't get people how they would feel. Okay, cheated. If suspect cheated, skip. All right, bye, Keenan. I love you. Don't be mad at us. We love you. Maybe we'll hook you up with something some other time.
Do you want me to just play it?
Just play it. See how it would have went.
Oh, do you want to?
Do
okay.
you want me to just play it?
I want you to play, but I don't want to give him the money.
So you think I can? Do you think I could beat him?
Let me look at these. I know you won't get that. I know you would get that. I know you would get that. You would not get that. And again, the reason I'm reading these, I read the questions already. I take the 5 questions and throw them in. And I know Tanner, and I think you would get that one. He right now, you guys may have tied. And that's just my thought.
Do you want to play and then make the decision?
No, that's what I'm saying. If
I win...
No, listen, if we play, we're actually playing. And we're not going to say, that's what I mean. If you do the questions, if I read these to you, he wins, he gets the money. We're not going to say, no, you can't, you cheated. That's the thing. If we're going to go, we're going to just go. But...
this money, it's gotten too high.
I'm going to play I'm going to play Keenan's next. I'm going to play the audio so you can hear it.
Okay, then no. We're just going to cancel today.
Love you, Keenan.
Goes up.
Okay, love you.
Take care.
It goes up.
I don't think it goes up.
It doesn't go up?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we just have it as
Today
stall.
is null and void.
Do you want me to play these? Let me play these just to see if you...
We're playing it next. I want to hear it.
I want to play it next, but I want you to do the questions. And I want to see if you could answer them. All right, so we'll play this, and I want to see if you think he cheated.
We've got people coming up to our window that are screaming "he cheer."
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's a Jake and Tanner show. We do it next. Well, everything's going to be a work in progress to come back. And yeah, I guess I could ask Joe really quick. Hey, Joe, we're going to do this take from Jake and Tanner here in a second. Hey, I haven't been doing Promo Suite at all. Is there a bunch of things in there? Because I completely forgot about it. Is it just our live reads? Just that, yeah. Okay, cool. Thanks.
Okay, then we haven't missed anything.
Do I got to mark them off in there? Okay. I'll have to go back and do them.
Oopsie doopsie. You can just hit the voice track, and then it goes on the time.
All right, so, Keenan, you know you're a cheater, pants on fire.
Cheater, pumpkin eater.
Yeah, that's right.
Or a liar, pants on fire.
Pumpkin eater.
Yeah. Liar, pumpkin eater.
Somebody said, I am a chemistry teacher, and there's no way that maybe 1 in 1,000 people on the street know the periodic symbol for lead.
Is that what one of the questions was?
Here,
I would not have known. I can tell you that.
Let me play this over. Tanner didn't get to hear it.
Okay.
I'm going to play it. You, yes or no, tell me if Keenan was cheating.
Okay.
Okay, this was from just a few minutes ago, and FYI, if you're just joining us, we didn't give him the money because we expected him cheating. Here he is Googling.
Tom Selleck. You either know that or you don't. Ecuador. Blockbuster. Yep. That's a cheat. That's cheating.
Now, wait. Now, did you see my reaction to that one? Now watch what he does right after the reaction of the second one of getting that right, okay? Oh. See, and I think he had all the answers.
And he had a smile. You can tell by the way somebody talks that he had a smile when he said, I don't know. Which means that, and if he wasn't cheating, he wouldn't have immediately known what you were talking about when you went, nope.
Mm-hmm. I feel like he knew.
Yeah.
I feel like the Tom Selleck and PB.
PB. That felt like he cheated.
All right, now, hold on. Now, this is what I said you would have got right. And let me see if I would have known you.
Okay, yeah.
I said lead is a chemical element with what symbol in the periodic table. I didn't think you would know that.
No, you either know that or you don't know that. You don't pass on that. You either know that's PB or you're... Because there's... What is he doing? Going, oh, it's PB. Because it fits. I would have said LE as a guess.
Who was the star of the 80s crime drama Magnum P.I.? I knew you would know that.
Hell yeah, I know everything, Tom Selleck.
What country is named for its location on the equator? I knew you would know that one.
Ecuador.
I didn't think you would get this one. I thought your answer would be Tom Hanks. With 12 Oscar nomination and 3 wins, who is the most nominated male actor in Academy Award history?
I did say Tom Hanks.
It's Jack Nicholson.
I wouldn't have known that at all.
So you would have had 2, and as of right now, if we would have let him go, he would have had 2. Because he didn't get, he said, I don't know. And he said Brad Pitt for Jack Nicholson. And as its peak in 2004, what company had over 9,000 video rental stores worldwide? I knew you'd get that, and he got it, so you guys would have been tied.
Yeah, it would have been a tie, and then you would have had to give him 5 seconds to give an answer for the thing.
We got to figure this out.
Is it?
We got to figure out when the money gets up there, because
so you know how Freebird and Hot Water took
hot thongs,
hot dog water.
Heart thongs. I like heart thongs. Okay.
Yeah, free thongs and hot water.
Okay. Stupid. Just a bunch of jerks over there.
You know how they stole our format for this game?
Yeah, majorly stole it. We stole this format from someone else.
We stole it first.
We stole it from Fitz.
Yeah.
And then they went around to our back and stole it from us.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Either way, they stole it. And they're stealers, and don't try to tell. If you tell them, we'll deny it.
Mm-hmm. Heard one of them kicks kittens. They get home.
One of them?
I don't know.
Heard it was all of them.
All right.
Curb Stomp, the American History
That's
X.
what it is. It's worse.
Animals. No, they do time limits. You have 90 seconds.
That's what we do.
Yeah, but if it goes to a tie, they don't have a tiebreaker question. It's whoever had the shorter time wins. So that puts in their head, like, okay, I can't cheat because A, I only have 90 seconds.
Why are they better?
I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but we have fixed Fitz's because Fitz's was rigged. So we fixed
FYI,
his.
completely rigged. He knew the answers beforehand.
So we did a little bit of fixing to that.
That's what rigged means. I thought I would tell people.
Yeah.
It's not something you drive, like a semi.
Like a semi-rig?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was actually saying.
Oh.
And then they fixed ours. It's like it's like Hedrix, and Oreos.
Yeah.
Technically, the healer Drix or whatever are first, but Oreos just did it better.
Right.
So if we do a time limit, and then with the faster wins...
I like that. I like it because then people will try going a lot quicker.
Then you want to go quicker because if there's a tie anymore,
right.
It's like, okay, well, I can't look up every single answer.
I like it. That's the new rule.
So is that how we're running
That is it. From here on out, do the ayes have it?
Yeah, Nays? No. Who is that? It's an elf.
Fun. Okay, cool.
So I guess, so now, from now on, you'll just have to set a timer on your phone. Right when you say, yes,
I can.
go.
Oh, wait, no, I got it. I got what I can do. You just settle down over there, Silly.
I don't know what you're...
I can do. I can hit F8. Like, let me try something really quick. Okay, go ahead. Like you're talking, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
blah,
why don't you
blah,
go
blah.
through the questions?
And then I do periodic table. Okay, then time.
Okay.
Boom, there's one.
What?
I got it marked right now.
Oh,
I
you
can tell
did
the
it?
time.
Oh, yeah.
And then,
because
and then
you
they
could
go, and then I would hit boom. And I know that's...
At the end?
Yeah, the second one is, I got it. I'm glad we figured this out. Nobody can see what we're talking about or have any idea what we're doing.
So you would just hit F8 in the beginning and then hit F8 at the end.
Well, I'd hit F8 when your time was done. Then I would hit F8 when his time was done. And
but you need to mark where, because usually you do at the end of the sentence. You do at the end of the first question. Isn't that where we started timing?
Yeah, we can.
I
just
do
go
it
3,
any
2,
way you
1,
want.
and then I do that, and then I start reading.
Any way you want.
Yeah, I got it. I got it now.
You're the one doing it.
Yeah, I know. I'm
just
cool.
the idiot that answers questions.
Yeah, no, good. I like this. I feel good. I feel, you know what I do? I feel accomplished today. I feel like we've become president of the podcasting division.
Yeah.
We're getting this podcast studio, CEOs. We've changed the rules.
Yep.
A little bit. I feel really good today.
Today was a very productive day.
I like it.
We should leave early.
All right, let's go. It's Jake and Tanner Show. Oh, you do?
Yes.
That's scary. I don't know why it's scary.
Here's the thing.
Yeah,
if we're going to bring that back, we need to do it our way.
Agreed.
In the way we want to do it.
Keep talking.
So, if we are going to do that, we need to get things okayed.
Yeah, let's actually talk to Joseph today.
Before we jump the gun and start doing
I agree.
things, we need to make sure our ducks are in some sort of a row.
I like that saying. Where did that come from? Let's Google. Ask Siri or ask Google. Where's Google?
Oh, Google's not plugged in right now.
Why?
I don't know. Somebody keeps unplugging Google.
By the way, I had a lot of fun. Listen, I never air check us because we're just great and there's no need to learn or fix anything.
Did Michael Jordan watch game footage?
No. He didn't even practice. Did you know that?
Michael Jordan, during the offseason, only gambled, and he's still the best. Imagine if he put in even half the effort that LeBron James did.
Did you hear what he did on that? There's a story that when they got off the plane, going to wherever they went to play a game, he went and said, I bet $100 my luggage will come out first. And like 10 guys jumped on it, $100, $100. And sure enough, his bag came out first, and he got $1,000. But they didn't know that he paid the baggage people $100 to make his bag go first.
That's awesome.
I just heard that on TikTok. Don't know if it's true.
Wait, is it?
Well, I don't know.
I get a lot of my news from TikTok. I'm not lying. I get so much of my news. I either get it from TikTok or you. And so you
and I get it from TikTok.
Yeah. You and the For You page controls my view on society.
Right.
And it's not a good view.
So
I heard that he was I wish I could have watched him play.
No, I'm telling you, there are people now that are going like this. They got that meme of like someone's crying, whatever meme. Yeah. It's like when these youngins are finding out that there was somebody better than LeBron.
Yeah.
They were saying, now everybody says it's a different game back then. It was easier. I don't know if they sound like that. That's the way
a lot of them do.
Okay. But they were saying it was more of a physical game back when Jordan was playing. That it's a lot easier now. They said if he came back, but they said if he come back right now to play, well, not right now, he's older.
Yeah.
But if he were to do this type of basketball,
prime on prime,
they were saying that he add 15 more points a game. And we don't know if that's true. But.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to, it's all speculation. I heard he made like Scottie Pippen and all of these professional, like people that if they played you or me would make us look like we were the worst people on. He made these other professionals look like they were terrible.
Really?
They're saying he was like I said, people describe him like if superhero or like if Superman was real.
Different planet. How could you imagine being that good at something and knowing that you're that good?
Wasn't he like the best trash talker too?
Well, no. Maybe he was really good. Apparently that went to Larry Bird. But what Jordan did is you never trash talk Jordan because he never really trash talked. He just made you look so bad.
Because I saw some footage.
And maybe, I don't know.
Some footage of him practicing with the Bulls from that last dance, and he is just verbally abusing them.
You're talking about the practice?
Yeah.
Well, he said that too. He was saying that he has to be the bad guy as the leader. Because if he was lazy or he didn't get on his players, they weren't going to work as hard as him. And he had this work ethic like crazy.
Yeah. He worked
and that's
so
what
hard.
It is.
And he lived in the moment too. It's like I'm getting all of my information secondhand from a documentary I could just watch. But they're saying, the Dennis Rodman thing. Did you see that?
I did watch that one.
Where he is like, I just need a break. And Michael Jordan's like, if you give him a break, he'll never come back.
And then he was supposed to be 2 days, and it was like day 48, and Jordan got him. He went to Vegas and just walked in the room and said, "Hey, you got to go to practice, man." And then he followed him.
Yeah, he's like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do
That makes sense.
Well, he got mad. Apparently, Rodman got mad when Pippen came back.
Oh.
Because it was Jordan and Rodman was picking up all the slack because Pippen wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then Pippen came back, and then it was back Jordan and Pippen, and then he was third string or whatever, or third wheel.
At least there's 5.
Yeah. I don't even know what I was saying now.
I don't know.
Oh, no.
Michael Jordan was pretty okay at basketball.
I was listening. I don't know if you did it, but Jake and Tanner's movie on the radio.
Yes, I did. I sat and listened to it, and Dave and his son were over.
How fun!
Yeah.
It was. Did you think it was fun? Because usually I would hate to listen to something like that.
I thought it was fun.
I did too.
I thought it was pretty cool.
A lot of theater of the mind,
Really
a lot
different.
of stupidity.
Yeah.
No other radio stations doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I thought it was really. I thought it was
cool.
interesting.
I'd like the Hard Boys to solve some more mysteries.
Probably.
You know what I would also
I'd like the Hard Boys to get paid to solve mysteries.
That'd be cool too. Do you know what would be so funny? I'm going to say it now because it's only one break, and it's our last break, right?
Sure.
Is it our last break? Yes, it is. Okay. I didn't know if because we did one break of Take from Jake and Tanner, second break of replaying Take from Jake.
We're all lined up.
So I got confused. Every single mystery should end like this one did. And if you don't know what happened, if you didn't get to listen to the movie, text
so we
HARD, HARD to 71090. Text HARD to 71090. Send it right to your phone. But
every time
it ends like that.
That's fun.
Every single time.
I like that.
We all see it coming, except for them. Except for one of them.
And we're always surprised.
Yeah. What?
No!
Mr. Jenkins! Again? Stop it!
Will the movie on the radio be on the podcast?
It is.
Yeah, dum-dum.
Text HARD, HARD to 71090.
That was uncalled for. I did not need to do that.
Steve Balon is to weather as Michael Jackson is to basketball. That's what I assume they're saying, because none of that.
Michael Jackson did play on Michael Jordan with one of his videos. Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, I did.
Speaking of Michael Jackson, can we play this? Can we finish? We started the show with this and never got back to it, and we should end the show with this.
I gotta go find it now.
There is an old training. Man, Tanner, why don't you up the font on all of your... Jesus, are you blind? I mean, look at that.
Don't you ever judge me again.
I
got LASIK.
Yeah.
Do you know how good I can see those letters?
Yeah, me too. All right, so there's a training video of McDonald's because this is how kids are. You need to tell them you need to clean. You can't just live in filth.
Yeah, because they'll live in filth. I'm kind of the same way. Every man is a little bit like this. What is your amount of filth that you'll live in before you clean? I start feeling claustrophobic. Like if my fridge is dirty, I hate it. I hate that. Yeah, I can allow.
Apparently, dirty fridges make me claustrophobic.
Mine is if I can't get out of the fridge, you jerk. That's going to make you feel less claustrophobic.
Okay.
Don't sit in it. Mine is the second I can't put a full-size Jack's Naturally Rising pizza on my counter. That's when I will go clean myself. Okay, here we go.
All right, hold on. McDonald's training video. But they had to do it in the style of Beat It, and it's called Clean It.
Clean it.
Let's listen. Let's see if this would make you want to clean. I already like it.
Is that supposed to be Michael?
Yep.
Yep. So clean it.
He's got a broom and a mop.
How are you going to make it fun? No way.
Clean it. Clean it.
I am so sorry. No McDonald's has ever been this clean.
Maybe back in the day, we didn't experience this type of McDonald's.
That's true. I don't remember these. But they are. Oh, then you sit on it, wipe down the counter, and then sit. Oh, where are they all coming from? Oh, that's the choreography when you're not Michael Jackson. Oh my God!
Wait, I didn't see it.
That was.
I want to
Text
know.
TV to 71090.
I want to know how much he made for this. Michael Jackson had to make some money from this.
That is not Michael Jackson.
No. But to use his likeness and
from McDonald's
and beat it,
I'm sure. Hit JTPC.
huh?
Jake and Tanner, and then PC. It's the one right under the red one. See it? Because you need to see this moonwalk.
No, it's not working.
Okay. Well, I guess it's just not gonna work. Cool. Okay, never mind. Either way, Jake, you weren't looking when he moonwalked.
Let me see it. Let me see how good this is.
It is. It's a damn near flawless moonwalk. He's just walking backwards. He's just.
Yeah.
But they said, listen, if you're gonna be Michael Jackson, you better moonwalk.
Like, I can moonwalk.
Figure it out. What?
Nah, I ain't doing that. None of these kids watched this and did this.
Do you know how uncomfortable this had to be as a new hire?
Oh,
because your manager sat there and watched you watch this. What did they want you to do? Tap your foot? Like,
dude,
man.
Joe, give us another 9-minute video over and over again every day rather than watch this.
Yeah. Oh, could you imagine? Just imagine.
I couldn't stop watching it until you paused it and then my trance broke.
Imagine if, what would you rather have?
Okay.
The meeting that we went through when we first got hired, that was an hour long about towers, and it was all just to get your key fob so you could get in the building. That, or if Steve made a parody song and then sat there and you had to watch it, and it was all the same information.
I like big towers and I cannot lie.
Yes! These other owners can't deny. Because when you walk in with your itty bitty stick,
we mean antenna.
Yeah, when the FCC walks in with their itty bitty
keep going
stick and their clipboards in your face, you gotta do math to find the wattage.
Oh my God, Steve Brown, please make a parody.
Because you know our tower's on Strays Hill. We'll do this, and we'll make all new hires watch it, and then we'll be in the room while they also watch it. Steve, get us all the information you want in a song in that meeting.
Okay, listen. Even if Steve says no, we're hiring somebody to be the likeness of Steve Brown.
And he's gonna do all of it.
Yeah.
You know what it should be?
What?
Do you know the wattage if the FCC drops in? That's a Tears in Heaven parody.
Yeah, that's fun. All right, we got to go. Take from Jake and Tanner tomorrow, 8:10. We're back to 580 because Keenan was a big cheater.
Yep.
Changed some rules. We'll explain tomorrow what those rule changes are. If you missed anything on the show, all you got to do is text JT to 71090 here in a little bit. You're going to get this show sent right to your phone. All right? Other than that, we'll be back tomorrow right around 5:45 in the morning. It is the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning.